population.
Wasn't that the war with the emus?
Yes, and they arguably lost.
Okay, Jeffer, you, as an Australian, you have told us about the frickin' swooping birds that are like a menace in Australia.
Magpies? Yeah.
Yeah. So what about those? Are those not like an issue?
Well, biggest thing with magpies is make friends with them. They're very intelligent birds. They can identify people based on facial features. So be nice to them and feed them, and they'll generally not swoop you. Assuming you don't approach their babies and eggs.
Has anyone died from magpies?
As far as I'm aware, no. I think the worst that's ever had is someone lost an eye.
Oof.
I think that's the worst that ever occurred. Most of the time they'll just clip your ears and cause bleeding on your ears.
Yeah.
But no, they're very intelligent and very friendly. Like, I have had magpies that I've made friends with that I haven't approached their babies, but I would feed them, and once they thought their babies were old enough, they would bring their babies over to me, to the point that I actually had a baby magpie eating out of my hand.
You.
While Daddy was right next to it, watching me, and once the baby was finished eating, it sort of jumped back a bit nervously, and then Daddy came along and started eating out of my hand.
Martins will do that as Martins in general. You make friends with them. They'll actually do their best to defend you. I saw one video, I believe he is in Wales, the guy, but basically he had this pine marten that would come over to his house every morning for her breakfast. He would hand feed her. She was just a wild pine marten. And after her breakfast, she'd just wander off, but there was one point where a wildcat had shown up, and the pine marten actually fought off the wildcat to protect him. The pine marten... Huh?
I've had a similar story with magpies. So I wasn't a very popular kid in school. I was very, very badly bullied. There's a whole story behind that. But during primary school, I used to actually feed the magpies the bread from my sandwiches. And I got to make friends with the magpies. So during swooping season, I would actually sit underneath the tree that had their nest in it. And they would recognize me and let me sit under the tree. But if the bullies tried to come and get me, the magpies would swoop them because they weren't the people who fed them. And so during swooping season, I'd just hide under the magpie's tree.
Oh.
Actually reminded of there's a girl who made friends with a few generations of crows, and one of them, like to the point that they started bringing her shiny things for her feeding them so often. But it turns out that her mom was a photographer, and one day when she was taking a picture, the cap to her camera's lens fell off. And apparently the crows rather had been following her and recognized that that was hers. So even though she couldn't retrieve the cap to her lens cap, the crows did and flew it back to her house.
Crows are incredibly smart. I have a friend who actually does it's ornithology, and they were out bush in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of researchers looking at these huge flocks of like thousands to tens of thousands of crows. And one day when he was going down a path, he saw there was a huge commotion of crows on the side of the road. Like, he could hear this thing before he could see it over his truck. And when he arrives, he sort of takes a look, and there's a crow stuck inside a rib cage. Like, it just managed to get itself stuck in. So he thought he'd be helpful and let it out. So he got out of the truck, and as he started walking up to the crow, the entire flock went silent. He said he opened it up, let the crow out. And at that point, they'd had trouble consistently at that point. From every time they had lunch or anything, the crows would be stealing their food. His food in particular stopped getting stolen. To the point that they started running experiments where they'd all sit down and they'd swap food among themselves, and the crows were able to track which food was his and not steal his food. The best thing is, though, and this is he actually wrote a paper on this one, that they've travelled a lot further than the average crow travel time. To the point that when he kept getting the special treatment from crows, so somehow the crows were able to communicate between flocks that this person is nice, don't steal their stuff. With they can't tell how, but they were able to communicate between themselves, specifically this person.
The god of the crows.
Well, that shows a much higher level of intelligence and communication skills than we thought they had.
All hail the Crow King.
He's just the All-Father. Haven't you learned anything?
I mean, it depends on which religion you're coming from.
Zin, you here? Since Zim doesn't appear to be here, thank you very much, Karma. That was... wow. So, the donation goal has already been met.
Yep, I heard that. By how much?
Silence worries me.
Sorry, I was using the restroom when that popped in. But Karma.
Understand.
Oh wait, no, that was not Karma. That was Toshime.
Oh.
Thank you so much for that donation. Hugely thank you.
What did he put out there for you?
$100.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
So the donation goal has been completed 5 times.
Good lord.
What was the...
Goodness gracious.
You'll have to wait and
No,
see.
what was the... fair enough.
Does that mean we get 5 good lawyers?
I mean, we don't know if the donation goal was for good lawyers.
It's bad lawyers.
Well, Joanna...
We just get 5 clones of Better Call Saul.
Well, you see, Joanna, I figure insanity plea fits, because they done hired me as their lawyer.
One of us gets the lawyer from, like, My Cousin Vinny or whatever.
Which lawyer? From My Cousin Vinny, the prosecutor or Vinny?
Vinny. You know, the lawyer who's got good sense but just continuously pisses off the judge.
My god, my custom rig is now tier 6.
I don't know what that means.
It's rivaling ship computers.
Oh, nice.
Seriously, I keep struggling with this game because I have no idea what my abilities are. I could not wrap my head around them. I think I am like 5 or 6 mechanic tricks behind at this point on actually choosing them.
I mean, you should have 6.
Okay, then I guess I'm 6 behind.
Good lord.
That
Mechanic
might
tricks,
be-
that's the main thing.
Yeah, that might be why you're not doing so hot. Goddamn. It would be like me playing operative without the operative exploit, where I get a crap ton of damage for shooting someone really good.
I'm in a lot of games with a lot of different mechanics, and it's hard to wrap my head around this one sometimes. Even without the other games that I have to keep track of.
Mechanics, for the most part, work similarly to Pathfinder, so you can actually take your understanding of what would be a good mechanic in Pathfinder and make your choices in Starfinder based on that, and you wouldn't be far off.
I would just like to point out real quick, Pathfinder. There's the problem there.
Do you not like Pathfinder?
Oh no, I do. I just struggle to understand some of it. Holy crap!
Did you play 3rd edition D&D? 3.5 D&D?
Toshime has nearly given me $1,000 this month.
Yeah.
Holy
Lord
fuck.
Toshime.
Thank
And I'm
you
pretty
so
sure, like,
much.
I'm pretty sure like every time it's been on a D&D night too.
It has. Alright, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Welcome. I am Razim, and this is Retrograde Renegades Starfinder. Also, Samimi, you need to change your icon, please.
Yeah, right, yeah, that is the thing I need to do.
And I think,
Easier, my auto-clicker was turned off.
what's up, Jaffer?
Is Kerr joining us?
He is currently at a Magic the Gathering tournament.
Ah, okay.
Last I heard from him, he was at... Actually, let me check for... Okay, right now he is on track to making it into the top 8. This is a $1,000 reward tournament that he's at.
Let's go!
Best I've ever made was 2nd. When I made it to the last table, it was the 1st and 2nd playoff, and I made a stupid mistake, and the second I did it, I realized I'd done it, and everyone around me went, ooh, and my opponent went, yeah. At that point, we agreed that, yeah, he's won. It wasn't even worth it at that point.
Well, right now, he is, he's in the top 8. Or, he says he should make it into the top 8, but he said that, 2 hours ago, so... I don't know what's going on from there. Anyways, Samimi, why don't you do a recap?
Because I don't know how you guys got us in that much trouble!
No,
We were
you
just
didn't.
going to deal with Ricky's... We were just going to deal with Ricky's contingency plans, and then now we're all super wanted!
Okay,
We tried
but
running a little
Samimi,
bit, but didn't...
Samimi,
that was
that
all
was
Molly
Ricky's
and
contingency
Ricky.
plan.
Yeah, that was all
This is the recap.
Molly
We
and
can't talk
Ricky.
during this. This is Samimi's talking. Come on now, guys.
I was just defending myself a couple times, but you people do war crimes, and then we were wanted by literally everyone! Everyone! Do you understand that? We had to go hide with the Black Dragon. A Black Dragon from before the gap. Do you know how dangerous that is?
Hey, he's our friend.
Only because he owed us a favor. And now he doesn't owe us the favor anymore.
I think
Although I
he's still
did get
a
a
friend.
soul crystal out of the deal. But that's beside the point.
Hey, we killed Mara. Silver lining.
No, he killed Mara for us.
Same thing.
And now we gotta go fly back and get under arrest and everything. And I hope we can get a good lawyer, because some of us have done war crimes.
Don't worry, I know the best. The best lawyers. I have the best lawyers. They're the greatest lawyers. They're going to defend us. They're going to come in, and they're going to make the people accusing of these crimes pay us.
Uh-huh. And how are you gonna pay them?
With the money that they pay us. Like I said, they're the best lawyers.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is dumb. This is just, gah. I don't know how you guys gotta make such bad choices all the time.
This wasn't even our choice. Well, it was kind of someone's choice. Technically, it was two people's choice. I wasn't involved.
And now I've got an evil gemstone stuck in my cheek. Do you know how irritating that is, by the way?
You're the one keeping it in your cheek.
Because I don't trust any of you with it. All of you are doing war crimes and
You know that was mainly the professor, right?
crashing race ships and I'm pretty sure you crashed the... Wait, no, that wasn't you. Mostly.
No, we just have audio recordings of you wanting to shoot escape pods.
Yeah, I wanted to shoot escape pods full of enemies. Which is debatably a war crime.
Not
I didn't do it! I didn't do it!
I know that's a war crime!
I didn't do it! But those escape pods were literally being used not as escape pods, but instead as conveyors onto civilian grounds to capture and kill civilians. The escape pods were not being used to escape. There are many different angles I can defend myself from this one.
And now we're flying back to Absalom Station, because that's the only place we can actually mount a defense against all of this. And literally, 3 gods have told us to go.
Okay, so
Great.
real quick,
Well, trying.
separate from this, Kurt just got back to me. Apparently, he got second place. He got paired against someone in a match he could not win, so he managed to get everyone to draw. So everybody got $200.
Nice!
Rad.
I mean, that's better than just straight up fucking losing, so awesome.
Yeah. He couldn't take the $1,000, so he forced everybody to take the $200, including himself.
Everyone's a winner.
That works.
I'll bop away for a sec to grab some Swedish meatballs.
Alright, so back to the game.
Alright.
Give him a congratulations from us. I know those Magic tournaments are fucking brutal.
There you guys exit the drift on the outskirts of Absalom to find more Navy ships than you've seen in a long, long time waiting for you.
Also, by the way, Samimi, you've irradiated people. We're not the only ones who are on the chopping block here.
Everyone I hit with that was a stupid death cultist trying to kill us. At the
Yeah.
time. Actively
Every-
trying to kill us.
Yeah, but see, there's the thing. A lot of these people have been actively trying to kill us, but some of them don't care because they're still war crimes. Like, yeah, you can justify your actions, but so can I.
They weren't trying to kill you at the time. You were trying to shoot them out of the Never
No,
mind.
no, no. They were only trying to kill civilians because that's so much better.
That's a lot of ships.
Oh, yeah, that is.
In fact, there are several battleship and dreadnought class ships here. They're the size of the Retrograde.
Well then.
Is there a
We
map
didn't
that
have-
I don't see?
Nope.
No,
This isn't combat. If this is combat, we're screwed.
oh yeah, you do not want to be fighting this. Like,
You know, I'd be
What are
flattered
you all
if we...
looking at?
we're not looking at anything yet in game.
Okay, I'm
I am
confused because
returned.
everyone's saying that's a lot of shit.
Well, I said you're seeing more Navy ships here than you thought Absalon had Navy ships.
We've come out of the drift, and there are so many ships, they probably block out Absalom itself.
Oh yeah, they've definitely blockaded Absalon.
You know, if we didn't have Ku on our side, I'd be flattered. But I think this is an appropriate level of response.
Hey, you're looking at the people who have kind of saved the universe, potentially twice over now that we took care of Mara.
And you
Don't
receive
believe that we'll be able to escape this time.
You receive a communication from the flagship, the Emerald Dawn.
Alright, I guess I'll accept this hailing. Beep!
Alright. There's a relatively high up, well, at least he looks like he's very high up Navy captain or commander or something in there on the other end.
Admiral.
You can't see all of his pips because he has so many, it drops off the bottom of the screen.
Hmm.
When you say pips, I assume you mean like the badges on his like coat?
Yes, badges and
Okay.
medals and all that.
Wow, that guy has more stars than the Oscars.
Now what now?
He tells you to power down your ship and be prepared to be towed.
Oh, that's reasonable. Any objections?
I don't know if we can power down the ship. It's kind of sentient.
No, we've powered it down before.
No, we haven't.
Well, don't tell him that. Just say,
So you can power the ship down without powering Ku down.
Yeah, we literally did that like last week when we were just running.
No, we didn't. Ku did.
Fair enough. Who powered down ship?
we're just arguing semantics at this point.
Yes.
Yes. Ku is willing to power down and be towed. So it was more the does the party give any resistance?
No. I'm gonna go and.
By the way, can we restore our transponders?
Give me an engineering check.
Just
I'd
gonna
very
really
much
quickly.
like to do that.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, while we're turning ourselves in.
Should probably go and put those back together.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, all you have to do is give the system a hard reboot. Part of what makes it hard to turn them off is that they're designed not to get turned off.
That's true. When they're in, like one piece. I remember the blueprints. I should be able to put it back together.
Are we able to repair our transponders?
I need the engineering check from the professor.
I mean, that's not high enough.
No, you guys
Potentially.
are able to fix your ones, but I need to know if the professor can fix his.
Easily. That's not even a
Yes.
question.
Alright, so as you guys are being towed in, yes, you are able to quickly fix the transponders of your personal ships.
There we go. One victory.
Of many required.
Off to a great start.
You guys are towed into Absalon. Due to the fact that you're being towed, not under your own power, it takes almost 3 hours for you to be towed from the entry point to Absalon Station. The entire time, all the ships around you keep very tight formation, and you can see the guns are trained on you.
Can't imagine we're getting a hero's welcome from the public either.
Yeah, we might. You don't know.
I'm pretty sure we've pissed off enough high-ranking people that there's going to be all kinds of propaganda against us.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've done a lot of great things for the galaxy too. You know.
At least everybody's fucking talking about us, eh?
Yeah. No, there's no
Publicity.
such thing as bad publicity.
That's a surprisingly astute observation, Molly.
Listen, some of my old man's teachings rubbed off on me. Some. That's probably the only one.
Oh, so you identify him as your father?
Now, we're all fine with that part. It was the other part of Mara's statements that we took umbrage to.
Yes.
Oh, you said Mara. Okay. I thought you said Ricky. Unless I'm shorting out at the moment. Which is possible considering all the scanning x-rays that we're being bombarded with.
You guys
There's another.
dock at the station. It's your normal dock, Dock 42, but it all seems empty and abandoned. There's no one at the actual docks. The only shop that's open is Greaves' little shop.
Oh, it's not there?
Apparently they couldn't convince him to close down.
I wonder why.
Didn't even get into his shop physically.
Oh no,
Just a force field at the door.
I could totally see it being more of a. They convinced him to close down, and then he just he popped out of existence. They left, and he just popped back in.
They eventually sent one guy to like investigate the cart, and like he just never came back.
Alright, and as you guys are sort of waiting in the dock because your ship is under lockdown, you see a small army of security show up.
Again, I'd be impressed and flattered if we weren't us.
I don't know if we'd be able to take him anyways. Few too many. And the
And
tank
they
doesn't help.
To exit the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I'm in my casual dress, which is a super spiky leather jacket, ripped jeans, and some boots.
Are you sure that these are gonna be okay? Or they're not gonna be considered a weapon?
What?
It's Mimi's poking the spikes.
It's style.
Okay.
Probably. If they have a problem with it, they'll tell me. Until then, I'm wearing them.
Oh, right. That reminds me. Let me just, boop, doot, doot. Just Mimi's outfit shifts to the priestly outfit.
All right.
Gotta
Public.
make a good impression.
The
Yeah.
professor will store all of his grenades in a securely locked container in his chambers. He'll empty out his null space. Well, no, he'll keep everything in there. But he will bring his cane with him. Otherwise, his armor and everything is left behind.
Alright.
Benny is going to be wearing his usual classy Abadar travel suit. Black.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes.
I made sure to make it look all spiffy when I upgraded it.
Of course, that's with my freaking reconfigurable clothing, which is above my armor.
Well, there you go.
Alright. How do you guys exit the ship? Do you exit arms up, looking dejected? Do you sort of just stride out confidently? How do you guys exit the ship?
Benny's gonna stride out confidently, like.
The professor will carry himself with his usual, rather aloof nature.
I suppose Molly would be rather casual about it. Not too intimidating, not happy-go-lucky either. So
So what I'm hearing is that we're opening the doors and walking out like we're on the set of the right stuff.
time slows down. There's mist everywhere.
As we walk out, character theme songs start playing.
This
On
isn't
the
a
synth.
rustle or exit.
Either that, or we're just all walking out to the tune of Back in Black.
I was thinking the final countdown, actually.
Our wrestler intros are not a good idea for right now.
Holographic explosions going off behind us.
I'd make sure.
Not good ones, just the clearly holographic stuff.
Mm,
The Michael Bay type.
you know what I have to check up on? I need to read up on the exact specifics of my glove.
Right, you are all directed to put your hands behind your backs and surrender, and basically they want to put you in handcuffs.
Alright.
Does anyone fight having handcuffs put on them?
Nope.
All right.
I mean, we're
those-
all cooperating, and it's not like handcuffs would actually stop 3 of us from doing stuff.
Well, as you feel the handcuffs clasp around, you feel your connection to any magic drop.
Mm.
Okay, now I have a problem.
What, just magic? The fool.
I don't think you understand. We're gonna have a conversation later.
I don't think you understand. I don't operate off magic. Hell, I barely know a little bit about magic. I've only got 1 rank into my mysticism.
And you guys.
Do you remember what it felt like when you woke up without your leg?
Yeah? Felt weird. I can still take it off.
Magic kind of like that for me. I've never not had it. This is weird. This is very weird. This is alarming.
Oh, that's a you problem. I can still operate just fine.
You guys are escorted to separate vehicles. And the vehicles move in convoy to the congregation.
Can I request a limousine?
No, you get the back of a cop car.
Ooh.
Oh, not even like a riot van? Come on.
I would like to do some very discreet. I'm sniffing around on the network.
You can't seem to get any connection.
I'm in a Faraday cage now. God damn it.
You seem to lose all connections the second they put the handcuffs on you.
I hack the handcuffs.
You can't connect to them.
The fuck? God God damn it.
For the record, Toby Kale would be with the professor.
Oh no, Toby Keel's gonna be put in a muzzle.
Oh yeah, Toby Kehl will get put in a muzzle and then a crate.
And then a Faraday cage inside the crate.
And put that box in a smaller box.
I recommend to them not to do that, as it will probably piss the professor off.
I recommend you don't do that. It'll probably piss Toby Kale off.
Oh dear.
Do be gentle with him. It's best not to upset a creature of any kind, especially one of his particular nature. It's just best overall not to mishandle him, as it were.
They're handling him. They're handling him gently. They're not roughing any of you up or anything. They're just making sure that all the precautions are being taken.
He's still saying this either way.
All right, and so you're all taken to the congregation and escorted to separate areas. Void cloak. So, Simimi is taken to the Shrine of Desna. Benny is taken to the Shrine of Abadar. Molly is taken to the Shrine of the Triune. And the Professor is taken to the Shrine of Uressa. Where you're each put in a separate cell inside your own church area.
I want it formally noted that I am upset.
They tell you that you'll meet with your lawyer in the morning. Until then, you'll be remaining here.
Can I at least have my magic back?
Nope.
I'm in the middle of a temple. What am I going to do?
Till tomorrow, those cuffs will remain on and you will remain disconnected from the magic.
I'm guessing
I'm assuming
I still
they
have
took-
absolutely no connection whatsoever.
Yep. Basically, the cuffs they put on suppress all magic and technological powers.
Alright. I'm just going to use my integrated tier 6 computer to listen to music in my head.
No, he's got
It-
spoofy.
It doesn't run.
You motherfucker. That's my brain! God damn it.
I assume they took the professor's cane.
No, you still have your cane,
Okay.
but it's just a cane right now.
Because I can't
Can't seem to
access it.
change.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't seem to change any of it.
Okay. Just making sure.
Are we cuffed with our hands in front or behind?
Behind. It's not a particularly comfortable night for any of you.
When we wake up, you just hear someone saying, "Hey, you're finally awake."
Can't believe you slept through that storm.
Oh no,
I know
this
that face.
freaking dream again.
This is where we begin the Elder Scrolls chapter. You know, where you wake up imprisoned. How every Elder Scrolls game starts.
I can't wait to see what prison we wake up from in Elder Scrolls 6.
I don't think it's been everyone. There was that one that you woke up as an immigrant on a ship.
You were a
Oh
prisoner.
no, you were still
You
a
were-
prisoner on that ship.
Yep.
You were
That was the third
prisoner
one.
on that ship.
That was Morrowind.
Yeah, you were a prisoner on that ship, and it was, hey, we're in the new land. This is basically Australia. Get off the ship.
I think the only one where you weren't exactly a prisoner, but still were, was when you were a gladiator, and I think that was the first one.
Yeah,
Or maybe the second.
in Arena.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much prisoner, yeah.
I'm pretty
much
sure
a
Daggerfall.
prisoner, but technically not. But still a prisoner.
No, I believe in the online one, you also start as a prisoner.
Kind of. Kind of.
Or is that the one where you
No.
start dead?
You start. Well, so.
You're a
Elder
prisoner
Scrolls
to death.
over
You
here.
start as a prisoner in the land of the dead. In Elder Scrolls Online.
So, yeah.
It's all prison all the way down.
Elder Scrolls really be out here glorifying the prison system? Go to jail, become the
Violated the law.
Dragonborn.
Anyways. I'm very thankful that I cannot feel sore joints. As I'd imagine that would suck.
Are you telling me that Abadar cells don't even have, like, a bed?
Oh no, it's the cells are good. Like you're not being mistreated in any way, but you've basically had your hands tied behind your back for almost 12 hours at this point.
Can't they just put us in a Faraday cage and then uncuff us?
No, they have left you cuffed.
Sons of bitches.
And they relatively early in the morning. They'll each they each get retrieved and brought into sort of a central meeting room area. We are told that your lawyers will arrive shortly for and you can discuss what will happen with them.
So for the record, the professor would have done his best to clean himself up with what he had in the prison there, just to make sure
With his
that
hands
he
behind his
is
back.
very flexible. That is
Yeah,
literally
tail,
a
right?
part of the Marseps, you know.
Tell me more, Professor.
You already tried that. He said no.
Soak the
Can't-
tail
can't
in the
put-
sink and then just thwap yourself in the face with it.
Mea culpa.
Alright, so after a couple of minutes, Greaves walks in.
Oh no.
You don't tell me.
Are you to be our attorney?
No. I'm simply here to help provide the attorney.
I see.
You're selling us the attorney.
No. He said he'd do this one pro bono.
Shit, who's the attorney?
In walks 5 avians. One of them is wearing a extremely high-class suit. It's clearly the lead of this lawyer team. Yeah, if you had to guess, he may be an eagle.
God.
Now, bigger question: what color is his suit?
His suit. Oh, it's red and blue.
Oh,
he's not the legal eagle.
yeah, he's not.
I actually don't know who the legal eagle actually is. I just know the meme from the previous sessions.
The legal
the
eagle has popped up in multiple games, actually. Sorry, Benny, you weren't the first one to come up with him. It just somehow consistently he is in a white suit and, you know, he's the legal eagle.
Okay, then his suit's white.
She was in the cleaners.
I
Just
should
give in.
I should toss out there, the Legal Eagle is a YouTuber who does some fun little videos about U.S. law, and he's pretty popular.
That's why I went red and blue for the suit, because white feathers, red and blue for US. So, but okay, yeah. So in that image you've just posted, he's got a blue suit.
Yeah, he does have a blue suit normally. I don't know why we've been going with a white suit.
Okay, so he has a tailor as a sponsor. He has multiple suits.
Okay.
He's allowed to wear whatever suit he wants.
He normally wears a blue suit, though.
Anyways,
But yes, you have this team of eagles that have come in, and the very first thing that happens is the lead lawyer turns to one of the others and whispers something to him before the other guy runs off.
These are.
Yep.
Are these technically Aarakocras in character? Aarakocras, however you say it.
Tengu is the
Yeah, but
Pathfinder race.
Oh, Tengu. Okay.
Arakoa, by the way.
Yeah, Arakawa. I'm happy enough just to say they're eagles.
Okay, fair enough.
It works that way.
Eagles. I mean, there is an uplifted animal playable race, so
Okay, they're anthropomorphized eagles.
oh, okay.
They're not just literal eagles.
They lose the case. They just swarm the judge and start pecking his eyes out.
They're just screaming.
Only the standard eagle screech that you hear is actually a red hawk.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Which makes me wonder what the bald eagles actually sound like.
anyways,
So you guys sit down. The legal eagle tells you that he'll have those cuffs off you shortly, because leaving you in the cuffs is clearly the incorrect approach to take.
You think?
it's not very polite.
And as he finishes that statement,
Real quick, where is Toby?
Toby would still be in a crate in a muzzle, but would have been brought along with you.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. The professor would have been, while waiting, he would have been off over trying to check on Toby as much as he could with his, hands behind his back and Toby in a cage and such, but,
Toby appears to still be in good health. Like, they haven't done anything to harm him. They've just left him in a cage for everyone's safety.
Toby looks bored.
So almost no sooner have the lawyer telling you that he'll have you out of the cuffs, several security guards come in and uncuff you and unlock the cage and all the other things to actually give you the ability to freely move again.
I'm not going to stretch at all because I don't have any cramps. But I am going to lean back in my chair and just listen on the network around us to see exactly what might be happening. Or at least what sort of security is probably breathing down my neck.
Meanwhile, the professor is on the floor with Toby on top of him, covering him in licks.
Did I roll computers?
No, so as you try and access, you seem to have very limited access.
Mm-hmm. No outside access immediately available from here. No signal.
If you get a feeling that you can look further if you'd like, but you also get this feeling that something's looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm not gonna push my luck. I am gonna turn my music on in my head though, because that was honestly getting boring.
Right, so the
Mimi's immediately making little light butterflies on the wall.
this is all the we were bored. We want to do something now.
You don't realize what you got till it's gone.
I realized what I had. It was just gone.
So your legally eagle friend pulls out several stacks of papers, as well as his assistants doing the same, and says that each of these is the charges against you. He can spend the next 2 hours reading you each charge, or he can just say that most of it is legitimate based on the evidence that's been provided.
Fun. Very
And
fun.
No, I want you to list them all.
But I'll
Kidding.
be back at
I am
I'll be back in
kidding.
2 hours. All right.
Out of curiosity, which one of us had the most leveled at them?
Everyone roll me a D100 in the tower.
I swear to God, if it somehow comes out that I have the most, I'm gonna lose my cool.
If Benny has the most, I'm gonna be confused.
I mean, the professor's only real crime that he did was the torturing.
That's a pretty big one. Not gonna lie.
The professor actually has the most charges against him.
And I want every single one of my charges listed then.
All right. 2 hours later. There you go.
Hey, that's cheating!
I'm the DM. I can cheat.
He's legally allowed to cheat.
And this one's assigned as your emperor. It's really, really pretty. I think it's one of my favorite ones ever.
But the major charges that the lawyer says can probably stick is torture, several crimes surrounding kidnapping and or illegal detention. But yeah, the biggest one there is the torture, which carries a whole raft of other things.
Trafficking of endangered species one was interesting. I didn't expect them to get that one.
There's also something about financial fraud. Or fraud for financial gain.
How do we do that?
Hey,
No,
against
that's
the
just
professor?
the professor.
Oh, that's.
I am trying to think
Pretending-
of... What?
Because you're pretending to be the old codger and talk people for personal gain. You're pretending to be someone you're not.
How do they know that? Also, that's just personality. Now Jaffer's really
Well-
cheating.
No, all of this got leaked in Ricky's expose.
But how did
But Ricky didn't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's probably correct. He might have had little snippets, but he definitely did not connect any of the dots.
But he had snippets in there because he recorded everything.
We've had
So
our
he-
legal team sniffing over the entire thing ever since it was released, and we know that you're not real.
Sort of.
I would like to use my fist to reflect projectiles right back at him, so that he zero sums. You don't exist.
So the your legal professional team suggests that they can try and fight all of this in the court. It will be a long and arduous process where each of you have to be defended separately
Mm-hmm.
because you're all being tried separately. You can try and take a plea deal, or there are two old customs that you may be able to try and invoke.
Trial by combat.
No.
Yes. Damn it.
Damn.
What? Why would you?
We both have the same idea.
Why would you try that? That's kind of what got us into this mess in the first place.
Well, listen, if it's a way out, then
What are the two old customs?
One old custom is called divine forgiveness, where you need to convince your god that your actions were justified, and if the god themselves forgives you, then all charges are dropped.
Ooh. Ooh, I don't think I want to be going that route. I don't know if me and Abadar are really,
The other
I'm
is
not-
the Ascension trials.
Go on.
You mean, the thing where we have to find the Godstone?
Yep. You either find the Godstone, become a god, and all is forgiven, or die.
Either
I don't
become a
know.
god and forgive yourself, or beg your god to forgive you.
So Mimi pulls out that Starstone compass that she's had since session 2.
There's a Starstone compass that's literally just a thing?
Yes, there is a Starstone compass that has been a thing since before the gap. It points unerringly at the Starstone.
I thought that was like towards Absalom in general.
That's only because the Starstone is in Absalom Station.
Oh
So what-
shit!
Is this a normal thing, or is this like a legendary artifact, or...
So back in Pathfinder, they handed these things out like candy.
But they did only ever point to Absalon Station, or to Absalon itself. And if you were in Absalon, it would only ever point to the central cathedral.
The Starstone Cathedral.
Yeah, if you enter the Starstone Cathedral, it stopped working.
Allegedly. We don't know. The last person to tell anyone about that didn't have a compass. He was drunk. He was very, very drunk.
Ah,
Didn't
yes.
even remember how he ascended.
Very drunk.
Meanwhile...
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
So those are the four options your legal team is telling you.
4?
Fight it in trial,
Oh,
go
right.
for a plea bargain, ask your god for forgiveness, or die trying to become a god.
Hey. The die part isn't necessarily... Like, we could do
No. If you go for the ascension, you either succeed or die. There is no second outcome in this this instance here.
Right, but you said die. As though if we tried going for that option, we would just die. And I'm saying, like, there's...
I mean, the number of
there's
people who have
possibility.
taken option 2 can be counted on one hand.
It's like 2, right?
The way it's said is that no matter what, every attempt to find the Starstone will end in death.
I mean, yeah, I guess we'll die and then become gods, but, you know.
Let me think. Doing actual deep dive on the lore.
All right, well, let's take a moment and see what is the current offer for the plea bargain.
They have yet to fully investigate that. Do you want them to look down that route and see what the options are?
Well, I mean, it'd be like we're not just going to agree to a plea bargain if we don't have an offer for a plea bargain. So we need to get an offer for a plea bargain before we can even consider a plea bargain. Because otherwise, if we don't have an offer for a plea bargain, then there's really no offer we can accept. So we need an offer for a plea bargain to take a plea bargain.
So you're interested in looking at the plea bargain?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a plea bargain?
This is your first meeting with the lawyer. So
Right.
this is the lawyer trying to feel out what you guys want. If you guys don't want a plea bargain to begin with, he's not going to bother putting the effort in. If you're interested in looking into it, he'll put the effort in to find it.
Okay, I would be interested to see what the plea bargain was, just so that we could, give everyone the full ability to evaluate all their options.
You know, it's probably going to take a couple years before they get enough evidence together to even to decide which laws we broke in to tell us which ones they're going to prosecute.
Maybe, or maybe not. There's a lot of footage there.
There is a lot of footage there.
And we also gave them like a solid week to like touch up with everyone who was in that footage.
Alright. He sends one of his assistants to do a little digging and gathering.
Do they even know where the Starstone is in the station?
No, if they knew, they'd go become gods, because the whole god process is finding the damn thing.
Yeah, no
Not
one
really.
knows where it is.
I'd imagine they have
it's
a
the
rough
first half.
idea of like,
I
hey,
suspect
here's
it's in
like
the
a
Starstone Cathedral.
probably.
I suspect.
Is anyone allowed to just walk in there and try to go for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, so back pre-Gap, and this is table talk, not... Back pre-Gap, anyone was allowed to just go attempt it, but the bridge, the only bridge leading to the Starstone Cathedral, was destroyed. So the first piece of the trial was, how do you get to the cathedral? Because it also blocked teleportation.
Hmm.
What if you had wings?
That's a way to get past step 1.
Just fucking fly.
And that's the only step in the process that anyone knows.
My favorite was a friend decided that they wanted their goblin wanted to become a god, and their way to get past step 1 was to build a catapult.
Yeah, that's a goblin solution to that problem.
They rolled a 1 on the attack roll. The DM ruled that yes, he made it across the bridge. You can see the big splatter on the wall over there.
That definitely qualifies under the chunky salsa rule, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was Chucky Salsa rule. We're only level 3 trying to go for it, so... It's a little one-shot campaign a friend made, where basically it was, you're in Absalon City at level 3, what do you do? My character ended up becoming a jester in the court. And then retired from adventuring to stay a jester.
Molly's staying fairly quiet, thinking really hard about all this.
Apparently, part of Pathfinder 2, they've established that there's a kobold born under the... or in the sewers of Absalom.
Kobold born?
Kobold Warren.
Oh, Warren. Okay. I was going to ask, is a kobold born just a dragon born, but kind of crappier?
It's half. It's only a half a kobold.
I mean, you have a kobold warren on your ship.
Somewhere. We don't know where it is.
Yeah, we do. Wait, you guys don't know?
I know.
It's in the port aft ventilators.
Yeah.
6th
Didn't
deck.
actually know that. Are the lawyers gone now?
They can leave if you'd like them to. If you'd like some privacy to think it over.
I mean, now we know our fucking options. We can.
I mean, I'm pretty
Maybe
sure
we
I
can-
can talk to Desna and get off, because I made
so
most of my
maybe-
choices in...
So maybe you could take the... You'll be fine. Professor, you could debatably do the same. I don't know if I could convince Abadar, because I'm not exactly a devout follower. I was
Well,
really
that and
surprised when
He's the god
they
of
gave-
laws, and you've got a lot of laws breaking.
Yeah, he... I can't imagine him and I are on good terms, and I'm surprised he gave me an avatar ship to begin with, so...
Maybe it was like a mentorship. He was hoping that he could guide you and mold you into something less you.
I mean, I've been making good progress that no one seems to want to recognize or validate.
I don't know. I used to get progress updates from Pellet, but he retired.
I can only imagine he's having fun too.
I haven't been able to check. As soon as we got back, they put us under the stupid handcuffs.
Can you check
Pellet, if you're wanting to know what happened with Pellet, Pellet was able to get a celestial pardon.
Oh.
Damn.
Who was his celestial?
Iomade.
Ah.
Honorable
Yeah.
battle, justice, valor.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
fair.
sense. All those. Yeah, that's a fair call.
Yeah.
Slow
You
clap,
beheaded
slow clap.
someone. Yeah, you beheaded someone. Yes, it was an honorable one-on-one duel.
Golf clap, golf clap.
You killed someone. Yeah, and
He was literally begging for it.
He was.
oh shit. I know me and Triune talked earlier, and I could probably get out. But here's the thing. Honestly, I'm thinking of doing the trial. The Starstone trial, that is.
Yeah, hard mode does sound appealing.
Is it possible to seek the forgiveness, and if they say no, we then go for the trial?
I think if they say no, I think that's just a hard guilty.
If they say no, it's a hard guilty. But you can go for the trial anytime. So you can go for the Starstone trial at any point. You don't.
So,
This
like
just-
even if you're a prisoner, you can be like, "Can I go do the Starstone trial?" And they'll just be like, "Ha, go okay."
Yeah, and it frees a cell. If you're free and a normal civilian, you can go. Yeah, I'd like to do the Starstone trial.
To which they look at
Any-
you like you're suicidal and go, "Fine, okay, you're
Yeah.
deaf."
That's the thing. Anyone can try it at any time. This is basically they're part of when they offer the Starstone trial to people in your position. It's a, would you like to commit suicide without actively committing suicide? That's how most people view it.
Would you like to commit suicide with extra steps?
Because as far as anyone's concerned, yeah, it's death. But they're trying to sort of, it's giving you a way out.
I know what I'm doing.
I mean, fuck. The trial sounds fun. And I do believe we probably could do it. But I kind of want to be mortal for a bit longer. Being a god sounds hard and like it sounds like there's more responsibilities with that than there is with just, being a CEO of a company. Like, take a step back and think about that.
We're already avatars.
Yeah, but avatars just mean we're kind of cooler. It doesn't really come with, necessary extra things that we wouldn't already kind of be doing ourselves. Like, we really don't have to go out of our way to be avatars. To be gods, though...
I mean...
Don't we have to, like, answer
last-
prayers and fucking have people who pray to us, which kind of feels weird and creepy, and we, like, what would we even be gods of? Or are we just, non-committal gods who kind of just float around doing whatever the fuck?
I mean, there are a couple of those, I
I
think.
mean, I could certainly see myself as a protector of all animals.
Goes with like a word.
What?
Gozra would like a word.
Yeah, isn't there already gods for most of the things we'd represent anyway?
Gods can share domains. Like, how many gods have the healing domain?
Quite a few.
Well, yeah, but that's like... But some of them are like, necro healing. Some of them are hope or some other bullshit.
Yeah, but there are multiple gods that do just standard healing. Yeah, if you were a god of animals and knowledge, I don't know of a god that has those two overlapping.
I mean, if y'all are so dead set on this, sure, I'd kind of want to hang out being mortal for a little while longer, at least, though.
I myself would, I would prefer not to risk my life, but that is just my personal take on it. I still have much to do. That said, being immortal would ensure that I am able to continue my work for basically forever.
But isn't that kind of the fun of it? Risking your life? Because, after you... at a point, you're not really risking anything anymore. It's like, there's no risk in being a god.
I don't really want to risk my life.
Alright, I guess that's fair if you want to be safe and comfy and all that. But, I'm the guy who likes to go fast in a small metal pod and hope I don't crash.
We are very well aware of your enjoyment on that. You typically crash.
What risk do I have in being a god? Where's the fun in it? Just you can clap and summon things, or your will creates things. You do whatever you want as a god.
I think you have a very skewed view on what Pathfinder and Starfinder gods are.
No, maybe Benny does.
I think Rome, not... I can't think of another culture at the moment. Damn. Roman gods.
Gotcha.
Greek.
Yeah. The Greek gods, the Roman gods, the Egyptian gods, that's the sort of more where you're looking. Very limited scope.
The Valhallan pantheon.
I mean, look, Anubis didn't have any fancy powers. He showed up when you died, weighed your soul against a feather, and then either said yeah or no. He was a god.
Someone explain this to
Yeah.
Benny.
Hestia was a god. The god of hearths.
I get it. Benny doesn't.
Alternatively,
But he's
there's
not religious.
Dionysus. Fits Benny very well.
So Benny will be the first god of ignorance.
He's only ignorant about religious items.
But the thing is, like, in Starfinder specifically, and Pathfinder, the gods are a tangible thing in the world, so you would have some knowledge about them.
He does have some
There's
knowledge about them. He doesn't have much knowledge about many of them, but he has some knowledge about them.
Yeah, so you would know that they're not the they're not the Christian god level of power.
Omnipotence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Collectively, probably. But individually, not so much. But here, have a lecture.
Culture. Wait, hold on.
Make a will save.
Wait, hold on. I can roll above this. Is Benny already cultured? No, he's not.
Yeah, so Benny, make a will save.
Like a will save. I'm actually pretty good at these. No, I'm not.
So Mimi, you have to wake him up from snoring several times during the lecture.
Why?
Because you're so bored with the lecture.
Why am I bored with the lecture?
Because it's not fast. It's slow, it's methodical. It's not the go fast that you love.
Benny can still be slow and methodical. In fact, he has to be. He has to attend business meetings sometimes.
Yeah. But when you fail your will save, it's like, this is boring.
Okay.
Actually, what's the professor doing during this divine lecture?
Professor
The
would
sermon.
actually be putting in some of his own 2 cents into it. Because he may not be very religious, but he has studied. He studies
Okay, now if the
many
professor,
topics.
if the professor is talking, now there's a reason to will say.
Legal. Oh, you guys will be reminded that you don't all have to take the same option.
Yeah, but if they all go off and be gods, it wouldn't be fun for me, because then I'd be the only not god.
I suspect most everyone else is considering asking their god for forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe everyone has stated that they're thinking about the trial.
That's the backup plan.
I'm mostly thinking about the trial because I know, well, no offense, but there's not much else way to get you out of trouble.
Okay, come on. I've got great lawyers. I got these lawyers.
I trust
Also,
the lawyers.
I'm
Any
going to
word back
use
on
a
that
little bit of
plea bargain
game
yet?
knowledge here. I'm going to give a little bit of game knowledge here. You have to justify to your god. Think about how you would justify something to the god of law.
It technically wasn't illegal.
That was self-defense. Done.
Technically
was.
not illegal. Technically not illegal. Come on.
Because he draws the line between legal and not legal very clearly. So I'm going to give you a bit of an out on this one because you're clearly struggling. You have lawyers. Lawyers are really good at blurring the line. According to the law, it's beyond a shadow of a doubt. All your lawyers need to do is add that slight amount of doubt
I don't
You
know
know,
if
the god of law using lawyers is the correct path to go.
Okay, yeah, but like, can I make the god of law see a shadow of a doubt?
that's the lawyer's job, not yours.
I know, because like I was called in to be a witness for a trial, and literally that was what the district attorney told me was, all I have to do is prove that they did this beyond a shadow of a doubt, and that's it. And that's literally all that attorneys have to do. If there's a doubt, you're innocent until proven guilty.
So for the god of law, all you need to do is get that shadow. For Samimi, they need to justify to the god of freedom and the like. Forgot the full pantheon there. Desna.
Freedom, travel, stars, luck.
Yeah. So you need to be able to justify among that portfolio your actions.
Flip a coin.
Well, no, I mean, so Tamimi's justification is pretty simple. I was what was coming around.
Ooh.
I was the consequences to their choices.
You're a force of nature.
That's what being an avatar is. You are the will of your god made manifest. You are the consequences of their bad choices. I just spent an hour having this conversation with you guys.
Yeah, it's in this case, luck and stars. You happen to be in the right place at the right time to deal out karma. To put it this way, Stamimi doesn't need to make a roll to pass. Stamimi, player knowledge here, will pass their god trial.
Yo, she'll pass the Starstone trial? Hell yeah.
No, the giveness by a god trial. The professor
never been worried about that.
The professor will already pass their forgiveness by God trial.
Damn for
That was one hell of a thesis paper.
Yeah, the professor wrote out a big thesis paper explaining why he did everything. The portfolio is knowledge, mental perfection, scholarship, and science. So the professor has filled those criteria to a T.
I was already preparing for this before I knew that was a proper defense.
That's why you're the
artificial intelligence, computers, and drift.
Mm-hmm.
Molly is already clear on that because you are an artificial intelligence.
That doesn't make me not guilty. What makes me not guilty is the fact that I wasn't truly cognizant, which I sure hope Triune was able to see.
So you were created by Benny. So, not
what?
Benny, Ricky.
Not Benny. Ricky. Ricky.
Shut up. Yeah, you were created by
daughter
Ricky as an artificial intelligence. So you're already clear. So the only real question here is regarding Benny.
Yeah.
Where you need to justify civilization, commerce, law, and wealth.
I've done all those things.
You see, everyone else has put effort into already justifying why.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'd be perfect if it's just it's the lawyer's job, right?
I mean, I feel like if I'm going up to the god, I feel like I have to explain that. I don't think I can get the lawyers to. I don't think the lawyers can defend me in the instance of.
I don't know.
Mr.
This is the god of law.
For any other god, you're right. You'd need to defend it yourself. This is the god of law and commerce and wealth.
So basically,
like
paying
the lawyers to do it fits all of those. I'm just gonna.
You're entirely able to have representation. You legally need to.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So that's the thing, is that you just need to, like, I've pretty much given you the answer on a silver platter. You just need to state what you're doing.
You think prayers to
The professor.
What does the plea bargain look like?
What
does the plea bargain look like?
His, provided he has enough network access, he's already sending off his. I cannot think of the term before it right now. The giant document to the thesis to his deity, or at least the one that made him an avatar.
Yep. Dropbox access to our church.
So, how much damage to the infrastructure is this massive tome dealing?
None, because when Molly tried to access the system, they felt there was something watching over them. Professor, you also feel that same, like something's watching over your shoulder, and you send off this giant tome, and it's immediately gone. Like there was no lag.
Just gets caught in a firewall.
No, there was no lag.
It wasn't deleted from me, right?
No, it wasn't deleted.
Okay,
it was immediately sent.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. He worked hard
It's
on
like
that.
your upload. It's like your upload speed suddenly became like a Google byte a second.
No, your upload speed became yes.
The upload speed became triune.
But anyways, that would be what the professor's doing. I'll let others have their shot.
I'll
Yep.
I'll see if I can't do that. Recreate that weird thing where Triune connected me through an obscure network port. And I'm just gonna send off a quick message saying, "I'll take the deal you offered."
It's port 777.
I pulled through on my end. It'd just be port 3, I'd assume, or port like -1.
Port 333.
All right.
So, what are the plea bargain options?
So the plea bargain, the lawyers provide you information. They haven't managed to finalize everything yet because there is a lot to go through. But they suspect they can get your sentence down to around 30 years.
30 years?
Considering the initial was over 1,000.
That's a fucking deal and a half.
Well, alright, let's talk to God.
His docket's pretty full.
Listen, if talking to God goes bad, we'll just go for the Godstone, you know? Those are my options here.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until Benny...
Either that, or I try to just be Little Mac in the gauntlet that is the legal court.
I'm gonna wait until Benny's done with his trial to find out if I need to go into the stupid cathedral with you.
All right, Mr. Lawyer People, what have you got for my defense?
All right, so the lawyer will pass you a contract stating that you wish to retain their services for the...
He signs it.
God. Such confidence.
And then the contract is literally selling your soul and admitting your guilt. It's actually instead a confession.
It's your obsession. Oh, wait, what?
So you just signed it without reading it all?
Yeah, basically.
The confidence.
Listen, if they try to steal my soul, I'm
not
just
going to like that.
Benny isn't the type to be on good terms with his god. He's not terribly friendly. Like he's not Coolio with Avatar, but he's an avatar of Avatar.
Alright, can you please roll me a percentile die and then 5d20?
Ooh. I think you're breathing into your mic, so maybe.
Do I need to roll a reflex save to get out of the way?
Those are some good rolls or bad rolls. I don't know.
You have to do a D100?
He said,
Is that a
it wasn't that in the tower?
Oh, okay. Then, okay. That would probably explain why I don't see it.
Alright, so... you see your bank account?
Yep.
Ooh.
Your financial assets?
Yep.
You now have only 100,000 credits left.
Why?
Because you just retained the lawyers without reading the contract, including their
Ooh.
fees.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But by paying them the maximum amount, they are able to defend you, and commerce, wealth, law, yes, they are able to justify that you have been following the gods' teachings, and so you are granted a celestial pardon.
Hey, whatever the price of a celestial pardon, fine, I'll fucking pay that.
I feel like this is maybe the one god that could get away with selling indulgences.
Alrighty. We're good.
That easy?
Now, should we, I kind of want to go, attempt that, Godstone trial anyways.
I just paid money so we didn't have to.
Well, so you didn't have to, and this is a matter of I want to instead of having to.
Okay,
You are free to attempt it. They do ask, "Are you okay? Like, are you mentally sound? Do you need help?" We have counsel services for this.
I am perfectly of sane mind. I just simply see the value of continued existence to properly do all of my work that I have.
Question: have you made arrangements for somebody to feed your menagerie if, you die?
Because that's a very likely outcome.
Really likely.
I will be the first to say that we're badasses, but I'm not even confident in going and doing that. Now, I will admit a drunk guy apparently did it, but I don't know that drunk guy. What?
That was pre-gap.
Oh, that was pre-gap. Okay.
There's one god who might have done it during the gap that we know of.
During the gap?
Well, she wasn't a god. She wasn't a god before the gap. She was a god after the gap. There aren't many ways to become a god. Although, given who she is, she might have stolen godhood. But it's basically...
Given that we're all kind of free now, I think we probably have things we'd like to take care of before we do that trial, if we do the trial. I didn't have any examples right now. Don't look at me. I'm keeping it open, though. Because having a grasp at some power like that would not be too bad.
Well, I don't think we've really got much else to do. We've saved the universe at least once. The only other things we might try to take care of are re-killing Nye or shutting down the city mind. We need to shut down the city mind because we need to get Ricky back.
Mm. How hard could it be? Getting the city mind, that is.
Pretty hard, I bet. Oh, have you three all taken your trials? Are we okay on the
apparently-
God front?
Apparently mine came back and I'm good.
Everyone is clear.
I mean, it cost me money, but I can get more money.
Molly on the inside is just completely disgusted with how easy this apparently was. Of them just getting off scot-free, probably with a few strings tied with some of their
It's
deals.
Because they've been acting, because they're avatars, and they've been acting in their god's manner.
True.
So, for example, if the professor paid lawyers, then, like, why are you paying lawyers? Why are you paying someone else to do your job? Because the professor is mental perfection, knowledge. And if Samimi had paid lawyers, that'd probably be actively working against Desna. So this one was very much each person had their own criteria to fill.
Mm.
I'm just happy that I managed to get a head start on it all. I probably could have submitted it, because I was thinking maybe I should submit this as we were going into the city. And I could have possibly just showed up to the Absalom after the tow and just been like, oh no, we don't need you. You're good. I was very much considering just transferring it as soon as we came in sight.
Yes, you were very much ahead on that one. You knew where I was going.
I don't think he even
I
knew
had
because
no-
he doesn't know the system.
I had no idea where you were going with this. I was not expecting the document to actually work. I was just like, you know what? This is what the professor would do, so...
Hey, character building pays off.
I mean, half the reason Samimi was PO'd was because she was wanting to talk to Desna.
Hey, you want to talk directly to Desna? Well, you can. In fact, she can be your judge, jury, and executioner. That's an option.
Molly is going to get up and leave.
All right.
Bye, Molly.
Going back to the ship.
Fair
And-
enough.
So as you approach the ship, there's a bit of a commotion.
How much of a riot is outside, and how much of a danger does it pose to the vinyls that I just bought on the way home?
It's more that the security seems to be almost like they tried to impound the ship and the ship said no.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Oh shit!
Did your lawyers get coup off?
I'd imagine I'd have to report that over the radio.
I feel like Ku, technically speak. By the way, what's happening to all of our crew now? Because this was an individual trial. Now we got the whole crew to worry about.
Mhm.
Crew managed to fall on an old defense of we were following orders. And they didn't ever do anything directly illegal like trying to shoot escape pods or radiate people or torture people.
Very true. He's telling the truth right there.
Okay, so this isn't going to be like the ending to A Few Good Men.
No, the crew is fine. They did try and impound the ship because technically the ship is a sentient war machine, but the ship said no.
Damn, if only we could say that and just get out.
We don't
at
have
the moment. At the moment, the ship is sort of clamped onto the station and has several warships just outside pointing guns at it. They obviously don't want to shoot because it's clamped onto Absalom, but they don't want to let it go because it could just fly off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they booted the ship.
Alright, so what do we have to work out with station security to get this thing out of potential impound?
Station security doesn't even know what to do quite right now with Ku.
Listen, it's our ship. Yeah, it's sentient, but it's also still kind of a crew member. And we've all kind of been cleared, and that is our ship, so like...
When you approach the ship, the door will happily open for you.
I just pass through carrying like the paper bag. Just excuse me. Sorry.
I don't approach this ship. I mean, I assume Molly would, but Benny goes to approach security first to like sort things out. Like, hey, just let it go.
Well, they can't do that. They're under orders. The
Okay.
ship is to be impounded.
Get me in contact with whoever gave you your orders. If it's that freaking admiral guy with the 20 billion pins or whatever, we'll talk to him. We've been cleared. The only thing that needs to be cleared now is the ship, and we'll deal.
All right. So yes, he is actually the person who's given the order.
Hello.
So are you all showing up for this discussion, or is it just Benny?
I will inform everyone once I have like a meeting prepared somewhat that I'm speaking with the admiral about getting the ship released, so everyone can show up.
Well, the professor, after leaving the courthouse or wherever the hell we were, went to the university. He's got to make sure his tenure is still intact.
It's tenure. They can't get rid of you.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And he's also going to check out every book that they have on the Starstone.
Technically speaking, we're not even felons, so like they really can't impose anything on us.
Yeah, you basically, it's the equivalent of you were charged with a crime and you were found not guilty on all counts.
To be fair, talking about real life, a lot of companies will still excommunicate you even if you've been found not guilty.
This is true.
Just look at Johnny Depp and Disney.
Yeah.
Let's
I
not
hate
get into
that.
now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll not get into
I
that
hate
anymore,
that thing.
but
Because I think if you've been found not guilty, you should be able to pick up where you left off.
you should get compensation from the government for going through, or rather from the one that accused you for going through all that. And then pick up where you left off. But yeah.
I'm the DM of this world, so yes. Innocent means innocent, and you can pick up where you left off. So there. This you check out. I'm the DM, I want it to be ideal.
Frankly, I'm pretty sure that the only thing that you could get out on the Starstone would be a single moldy pamphlet.
There's several old texts that have sort of been translated and copied that were around pre-Gap, and yeah, there's very little information available, but you are
Sacred
able
texts!
to... No, he's not checking out physical copies of them. He's checking out, like, hey, I need all the information on this. Here's a digital copy of all the information.
Ding, ding.
He'll finish going through all of it in a couple of hours.
In a couple of minutes.
There's really that little?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure canonically 5 people have gotten through that trial. And 2 of them are questionable.
One of them doesn't even remember getting through the trial.
So, 2 people have gotten through the trial and remembered it.
Those people are gods now.
Isn't the one that I'm the avatar of the one of those that got through it?
Don't believe Uresa was one. Let me double check.
I don't think so. The 5 I remember are Eridan, Yomade, Caden Kalen, Nevis, and the Pirate Queen.
Wait, I got through it already? Cool!
Wait, what?
Nethys?
Nevis.
Nethys.
No, Nevis. You said Nevis.
I said Nethys.
Nevis, king of conquerors!
Who's Nepis?
My character
Oh my
in
God, I'm
the
losing my mind.
Exalted game.
Ah.
I mean, to be fair,
Anyway.
the Exalted are basically mini-gods already. But, yeah, let's move on.
Alright. I am going to head back into my shop and rearm. I want to get my null space chamber back on, my pistol back in my glove, and feel much more comfortable about that. And also load my fist.
Yep, you guys are clear to rearm. Professor, you can pull out all of your various arsenal of weapons from your staff again. Assuming he's got reconnection to all the magic.
Oh yes, Mimi
Professor,
can
you-
feel her magic organ again.
Hell yeah. So I guess we're completely fucking off the hook, except for the ship. Maybe. I kind of left when everyone was talking about that. I'll trust it's handled.
You get a ping on Skritter. Hey guys.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, no one
Oh.
replied.
Okay. I'm not gonna reply. I'm gonna talk to the professor over the data net. I'm gonna say, you at the university right now?
That I am. Is there something you would like me to pick up for you?
No. I was actually I wanted a tour.
Oh, but of course. Just come on over and I'll be happy to give you one.
You look down and suddenly there's 12 pings. That's just guys, 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 guys.
What? I just no caps. Just what?
I've got a meeting with one of the admirals to get the ship unquarantined or whatever.
When is it?
As soon as you
Jackie?
guys get here,
Oh, fuck. Later then.
Oh, come on.
No, I mean the tour later. Some whatever. I'm gonna go to the meeting spot, still wearing my punk ass jacket.
Alright, you are brought aboard the Emerald Dawn, the flagship of the Absalon Navy. A dreadnought class ship that is only slightly smaller than the Retrograde.
Important question. Did the professor come with us?
Nope.
Okay. So that's just been me, Samimi, and Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're brought into a meeting room just off the bridge.
Benny is in his Sunday best, as per usual.
Samimi has changed into her Vast Warren security uniform and is rubbing her wrists.
I'll look at the two as I get there and just think to myself, probably should have dropped the spikes. And then walk in.
Alright. Inside is the Admiral. I understand you're the owners of that war machine out there?
Yes, sir, that'd be correct.
Well, kind of. Ku's more or less her own machine.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem. Pull up some recordings made by Ricky of Ku telling the party that she was the prototype for Nye. And then bring up several recordings of Nye destroying planets.
Okay, well, that's nice.
Alright, so what are your charges?
Oh no, this war machine out there isn't so much under arrest. It's more just being confiscated because it's a prototype of something that destroyed a lot.
Okay, that's cool. Do we want to piss it off so that it actually has the reason to start doing that? Because it hasn't done that yet.
Well, if you are the owners of that ship, I would like you to power it down, surrender it to Absalon, where we can disassemble it, and
No. I'm going to have to
Idiot.
stop you right there. I am going to have to stop you right there. That's not happening. Because for one thing, I'm pretty sure just the mention of that would probably piss off the Triune, for one thing. And we have an avatar of the Triune on board, so that's a whole can of worms in and of itself.
She's right there.
I don't think Molly is actually an avatar. It was Ricky.
Correct.
I'm sorry, we had an avatar of the Triune. Is that not... Did you not, like, inherit his avatarness? Or something?
I don't think that passes over. Also, he's kind of still alive, so...
Yeah, you're right.
I'd assume he's still
We
alive
actually kind of
somewhere.
need to go rescue him. By the way, when are you arresting the Big Rat's dad?
Who, what?
You know, the Big Rat, his father. If you're going to be arresting and dismantling Ku because of something that the second incarnation of her design did, then are you going to be arresting the Big Rat's dad?
That's good.
Yeah, there's a difference between sentient creatures and crafted war machines.
That is a sentient creature. Just because it's a highly advanced one, and again, an AI, which I believe is protected under the Triune, you know, we're getting into a sort of dicey area here.
I'm gonna very
Should we-
nonchalantly reach into a pocket, pull out a cigarette, and just kind of stuff it between the metal jaw. I'm not gonna light it though, because I saw a lot of not smoking signs.
Like, do we want to get the
The
Triune
Admiral's
involved
got a
here?
cigar in his mouth that's lit.
Where did you even get one of those?
Who, Molly or the Admiral? Because, like, either one could easily be explained.
Oh, I
I-
just
I just know the best way to describe the Admiral. Battle cruiser operational.
See, I wasn't sure if you were going for Mangst or him, so good to know.
So wait, he's currently smoking right now? Is it lit?
Yeah.
Did
I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
that voice. Someone fill me in.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'm going to one of the fingers right at the knuckle, kind of just like twist and snap it off. And on the inside is the lens for a laser cutter, and I'm going to use it, which is coincidentally my middle finger, to light the cigarette.
You're giving him a finger and lighting the cigarette at the same time.
Yes.
No, I'm just lighting the cigarette. It's just a
But he
coincidence that it's in the middle finger.
happens to be giving him the middle finger.
Listen, that's my diplomacy.
He's just giving him the middle finger. Like, he doesn't even notice that he's lighting the cigarette. He's just giving him the middle finger.
I don't notice it. Listen, this is just where it is. That's how it comes off, is the 7.
Alright, so listen, do I have to get Trident involved with this bullshit? Like, do you have clearance from them? What's the deal here?
My clearance supersedes the church's. I'm responsible for Absalon's security.
Okay, then we'll take this thing away from Absalom. How's that for a deal?
So Mimi's gonna side-eye Ricky. Not Ricky, Benny. Like, Benny, we need to come back sometime.
We can use another ship.
Oh yeah, we'll just use the other ship that I can pull out of my pocket that can drift.
Yeah.
That was sarcasm, Benny.
Yeah, I know it was. But you know what? There's other ships out there. And if our options are take Ku away, or have Ku be dismantled, I think I can live with using a different ship to access Abadar.
They're not gonna be allowed to dismantle Ku.
Well, that's what they want to do. And they have clearance that supersedes the church, apparently. So how are they not going to be able to dismantle?
Because Ku herself will fight if it comes to that.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. But I'm not going to make that blatantly clear to the man who already sees Ku as a security threat.
I mean, Ku's a sentient being. Technically, she
Yeah.
doesn't even fall under the
Jurisdiction.
that word of Absalom Station.
Alright, Admiral.
All ships docked here at Absalon Station fall under Absalon's security.
Alright, so, Admiral. Humor us. Humor us, because I don't know if my compatriots here get it. Who do you report to?
Are you asking to speak to my manager?
See, the thing is, I don't think you have one, do you?
No, I am the head of Absalon's security.
That's what I thought! He says as he just kind of like turns and smiles to Samini. He is the law here.
No, he's not. He's security here.
I think security on
I think
Absalom
that is
translates to the law.
yeah.
No, security here is the military. He's the head of security, but he still needs to answer the council. The pact. Are you willing to cause a diplomatic incident? Because she's a sentient creature who falls under the jurisdiction of another planet. Who's a member of the pact.
Is Rim a member of the pact?
Shh.
Yeah, he will actually bring up that as far as they're aware, Rim is not a member of any pact worlds, and the planet itself should probably be bombarded from orbit till it's an irradiated dust ball.
I don't think that would work.
Yeah, that might actually just make things worse.
I mean,
Like,
look at
it-
Eox.
it- Yeah. Like, if your whole objective there is to kill the city mine, that is not going to work.
We are aware that it has survived direct impacts from extremely powerful weapons in the past. We're also aware that one of your compatriots has been working on a way to increase the explosive yield. We're hoping to maybe
Unimportant.
speak with him about developing a warhead that could crack the planet itself.
Let's. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let's roll it back a bit. You want to crack
Okay.
open a planet?
So, I just want to point out, I myself am just grinning ear to ear right now. The professor would not be for that, but I love the sound of it.
First things first, I'd like to inform you that compatriot is a xenobiologist and will not help you to destroy a planet full of xenobiology.
Well, no, we don't tell him we're building a planet cracker. He's an academic. You provide him the resources needed and tell him it's a scientific endeavor to increase the yield of our weapons for ship-to-ship combat, and then we simply upscale it to a planet-cracking weapon.
Okay,
Molly, your signal's broadcasting right now, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, you do realize that we would tell him that, and therefore that won't work, and also that if we disappear suddenly after having passed our divine trials, that's going to make a lot of people very, very angry. A lot of people who are in charge of your paycheck and your continued tenure as Admiral.
yeah, I really don't know what you were hoping to get out of telling us that.
I was hoping I may be able to speak with said compatriot of yours. I
Wow.
was hoping he would have joined you here.
Is this a trap? Are you trying to trap us right now? Is that what this is? I feel like this is a trap.
No, you are free to leave at any moment.
Okay.
The ship is under quarantine though, and will be powered down and dismantled.
No, that's not happening.
Oh, you're blackmailing us. That's what this is.
No, no blackmail. Whether or not you cooperate or not, the ship will be powered down and dismantled.
Okay.
Again, no, it won't.
Yeah. Listen, buddy. This is. I'm trying to be nice here and telling you that that's not gonna happen, and whether or not I cooperate or don't, that's not gonna happen.
I can assure you the quarantine on the ship will not be lifted.
Okay. So what you're telling me is I'm going to have to go above and around you in any way, shape, or form that I can. Because,
Good
buddy, I can and will do that.
Hang on. Benny, keep running. Keep talking to him.
Were you
Seems
about to
gonna
say running your
step-
mouth?
Well, yes. No. Running
Fuck you.
interference. Mimi's gonna back away unobtrusively into a corner and start typing into comm device.
Alright, Admiral. Because I don't want to have to put up with all that bullshit, let's make a deal.
Here we
Alright,
go.
so Mimi, can I get a stealth check? And can I get a bluff check from Benny?
I mean, technically he's not bluffing, he's looking for an actual deal here, but he is trying to distract, so is it still a bluff?
It's bluff because you're trying to distract.
Okay.
Do you want stealth or sleight of hand?
Uh,
Oh, no.
Yeah,
whichever
Oh my
one you
God.
think is better.
That's a huge modifier.
it is a huge modifier,
I saw
but
the
it's still
3 and I was worried.
I mean, you still might have to be worried. This guy's an admiral. He's not a level 1 NPC.
True, but look at that.
That's a pretty good roll. Well, he did get his own roll, so he might nat 1. He also might nat 20.
Alright, so he beat one of your rolls by 1 and was 1 under the other roll.
How is that possible?
So his sense motive against your bluff was a 30.
Ah.
So while he'll continue to talk with you, he knows you're just you're filibustering. But he doesn't see what Simimi's doing. He thinks
knows
you're
I'm
just trying to filibuster. He thinks you're filibustering for the sake of filibustering at this point. Like he knows you're buying time, but he doesn't know what for.
Does the Admiral actually present any deals or bargains or anything of the sort that Benny can work out?
No, he shoots down any deal or try and make. It's
Can I
clear
roll?
he wants the ship. He wants coup. Now Simimi makes things slightly more difficult for me.
It's my god-awful diplomacy help to contribute.
I like how you emoted it in chat. Alright.
Reminded of a quote from a book I really, really like. Diplomacy is showing up with a sandwich in one hand and a shotgun in the other and asking which one they would prefer. This is diplomacy? What do I look like, Kissinger?
Alright.
Alright, so Warren says, Warren replies that he can get the registration done within approximately an hour.
Beautiful. Time to stall for an hour.
Okay, Admiral, tell me this. When we came into Avatar and you gave us that whole big, wonderful reception.
Absalom.
Absalom, I'm sorry. I keep messing the two up because they both have A names, and usually the first letter of a name is kind of what I default to. Anyways, that's an out-of-character thing, not an in-character thing. When we came to Absalom, was that your entire fleet?
The bulk of it, but not the entirety.
The bulk of it, cool.
More than enough firepower to destroy a single Dreadnought-class ship.
Right.
Of course, the trick is you're trying to you're wanting to study Ku as well. You can't do that if she's destroyed.
We would much rather it be powered down and dismantled for study. But if we're left with no other choice, then studying the wreckage will at least provide some information.
Tell me, Admiral, I assume you're a very veteran war individual.
He'll just sort of give you a huff at that.
How many battles have you fought on behalf of Absalom Station?
He'll point to his collection of pips, each one representing a campaign he has been involved in.
Alright. Very impressive, very nice, very good.
How do you get through security? And that's got to be a nightmare. Just walking through, setting off every alarm in a 9 block
See, the thing
radius.
is, he walks through and everyone salutes him.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, on Absalom Station, but like, what if you go to
He walks through and everyone salutes him as an embassy of Absalom Station.
Are you going to invite him to the warrant and make him go through every security check meticulously?
Alright, so those are...
US, please take your shoes off. You know, he's undoing the military-style boots, gets through one check, gets everything back up. You've been randomly selected for an increased security screening.
Alright, now Admiral, tell me. And how many of those did you fight dragons?
We have slayed... Neil look at his pins. There are 7 dragon kills currently under my command.
7, not bad, not bad.
Actually,
Fair
were you
enough.
at Rim when we fought the two cities?
Part of my fleet was there. I was not personally there, but I did oversee the operation.
Very nice.
Did you
We
review the
appreciate
security
that.
footage?
Yes.
Did you see what Ku did alone?
Why do you think we had so many ships this time?
Now, I assume when you fought dragons, you only fought one at a time, correct?
For the most part, yes.
For the
They're
most part.
rare enough to see multiple dragons in one place is exceptionally rare.
Now, I do believe Ku likely qualifies as a dragon. In
It
some
is
regards.
an AI war machine.
It's an AI war machine, but it's also a fucking dragon. Let's be real. And as you know, we know other dragons.
We are aware of your connections with the Black Dragon.
There's other things that have happened out there that have just been bad.
I ate someone's soul.
I don't even. Wasn't even aware of that one.
What? I did it in front of you.
Did you?
Yeah, see? What?
That's not eating. That's storing.
I mean,
Anyways,
fine. Help.
ignore that.
Why does it taste minty now?
Huh? What? Shut up! Either way, Admiral.
Sorry,
I need
quickly.
you all to make...
I have
Yep.
to say, I love Samimi. Samimi, you are fantastic.
Samimi is a gem.
I believe what was coming next is a dexterity saving throw as we were all shot or exploded.
No, a sense motive roll.
Perfect. I'm really good at that.
I'm actually decent. Look at that, Ricky's actually good at it.
For the record, while all this is going on, since, Molly isn't coming to the university, the professor is going to the, I might remember her name one of these days. The deity.
Uresa.
Uresa. Okay.
Yareesa.
Either way, he's going to her directly, looking for information on the Starstone. Just, while they're doing that, he's doing his own thing.
Alright, she will be able to provide you very little additional information, only that it is confirmed to be somewhere on Absalom, and that simply touching it is all that is needed to become a god. She also states that if you do take a quest to investigate it further, please record everything, as it would be of great interest to her, as that's something that she doesn't have a lot of information on.
Oh, but of course, it would be remiss of me in any scientific endeavor not to make ample recordings of everything that I observe. I would be more than happy to. Might you be able to provide some assistance to me in this endeavor?
What sort of assistance would you be looking for?
I don't know, deity assistance?
Deity Hotline, how can we assist you?
Uresa specifically? Generally, worshippers reject conventional notions of faith. You only gain divine magic through scientifically reproducible means.
That means that her clerics are functionally wizards.
So if you want divine intervention, you need to figure out a way for her to a scientifically reproducible means of generating it, which also means others can then use it.
In other words, you trying to invent a grenade is already your divine retribution.
Okay,
Yeah,
good to know.
when you finish your grenade, it'll be called the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
No. It's the holy hand grenade of eucalyptus.
Saint
No,
Eucalyptus.
see, we've just decided that your arch rival is named Ock.
Antioch. Like Ock as in, like, you know, he was starting to write and got stabbed while writing it?
That's
He wouldn't bother to write, if he died, he would just say it, wouldn't he?
Benny, as you're talking with the Admiral, he seems to be growing impatient. Like, he knows that you guys are just wasting time at this point. He's definitely growing impatient with you.
How much time has passed?
Not enough yet.
Alright, Admiral, how about we take this from a different perspective? Coup was one of the few things that helped us defeat, or at least incapacitate, Nye, the thing known for killing gods. You know?
I have a quick
Yes,
question.
which is why we want that information and that technology ourselves, so we can reproduce it and defend ourselves.
You know, here's the thing. What if in trying to do that, you destroy your chances of ever getting that?
Is the TACnet
Sorry,
on
Zip?
and is the professor hearing all this?
The TACnet is on, but the professor cannot hear all of this because you guys are in the bridge of the flagship of the Abadar Navy. So
Okay.
you are not receiving signals from them right now because, well, they're not letting the signals get out.
Okay.
Oh, is that why it's going to take an hour?
Yeah. So you can communicate with the ship, but
Actually, what kind of role would it take for Samimi to realize that the communications to and from the Warren itself are probably being shielded and blocked?
give me a computer's roll.
Should Ricky give one too, because he's kind of the one broadcasting? I mean, Molly.
Yep, give me a computers in the tower then.
Your
Benny's too busy being con man. The rabbit on Wall Street.
also assuming that this is or related at least to a remote hack, for him to be able to tell that I'm doing computer things is a perception or a sense motive that would be equal to 38.
I'd need Molly to make a stealth check. as well.
No, that's just straight up passive. At least, just pure going by that feature to give a baseline of detecting a remote
what's
hack.
the DC?
DC is 38.
Alright.
Because it's 10 plus 1.5 times my mechanic level plus my intelligence modifier.
Alright, so you guys are able to detect that, yes, most signals in and out are currently being blocked, and that that's why it's going to take an hour for Warren to fully register coup.
Most signals.
Some signals can still make it in and out. They can't block everything.
I wasn't awake during that point, so I wouldn't have personal sensor readings from that shit. I would like to... I'm gonna look through the logs, I'm gonna dig through it of all the shit that Ricky left over and see if I can't find any network vulnerabilities from his time nearby the Warren.
So it's the Warren itself is open. It's Absalon that's blocking it.
Oh, okay. Okay,
the
and that's
fleet
just
is
me.
jamming. Yeah, the fleet is jamming Ku's connection, basically.
Understood. Okay, never mind then. I'll continue to keep trying my best, slow as progress might be.
You guys like counter hack?
Could. But that's an entire fleet versus me. Which I would like to not do remotely, not connected to an actual terminal.
Is it an entire fleet or is it one command ship?
No, the fleet is jamming. You're on the command ship, but the fleet is jamming Ku.
Damn.
Is there...
The fleet is scared of Ku. Like, you talking up how dangerous Ku is, they're fully aware of how dangerous Ku is. They're prepared to blow off part of Absalon Station to stop Ku if need be. What's that one for, Sumimi?
Sumimi? Let's get muted.
Maybe? Samimi!
Sorry. That was for Samimi to hopefully figure out that he might be able to, or that the Warren AI might be able to piggyback off of the station's communications instead of Ku's.
Unfortunately, Warren is quarantined inside Ku, and Warren can't access the station communications. Everything they've got is bouncing through Ku right now. At this point, the Admiral will sort of fold his arms and like, look, you can either cooperate and give me the war machine powered down for disassembly, or we're done and you can get off my ship.
Okay. What about...
I think you muted Benny.
No, I'm not. I'm just... I'm thinking.
You know we can't make that decision without consulting our full crew. So holding us in our communications hostage is not going to help make that any faster.
We're jamming all signals to and from that ship because we are aware of how dangerous it is.
at a minimum, you could allow the ship to communicate with the station itself, so that we can raise the TACnet so that we can actually talk to one another. You know, like a responsible crew does when making big decisions.
Unless you find us to be a security threat.
Give me a diplomacy roll, Samimi.
I actually have some diplomacy.
Aha!
Not that much diplomacy, apparently.
It's decent diplomacy.
I'm not exactly Kissinger.
He sort of narrows his eyes at you. What are you up to? Like, he can tell you have alternative plans.
Then he glances to Samimi and then glances back to the colonel. I mean, well, not the colonel, the admiral. What do you mean, what are we up to? Like, what can we be up to in this position?
You're delaying.
For what? What can we possibly be delaying for? We literally just got out of court.
He'll look at.
Are we gonna try? We're not gonna try something here. We just want to save our ship, who is a sentient AI.
He'll point straight at Samimi and say, "You are up to something."
Oh, what? Just because I'm an Ahsoki, you think I'm up to something?
Oh,
is that what we're doing here?
Oh! The race card has been played.
Right, he's gonna call for security then on his ship.
That's
several
fine.
security guards.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
And yeah, you are escorted off his ship.
Far along am I along on the transmission process?
So you're about halfway done by the time you guys get back to the station.
Half hour left.
I have an idea.
Maybe.
I have an idea.
I'm leaving the
Is it
talking
gonna be
to you because I'm plenty busy on my end.
Is it going to be something that puts us back in court? Because I probably can't afford that.
No. I've got an idea. I'm going to go to the station's communication center and make a phone call home. Samimi announces, without having shared any of the rest of her plan with any of the rest of the crew, and starts marching off in that direction.
What is that going to do?
Magic!
What? Samimi! He just starts marching up after Samimi. And then on the way, he's on the TACnet. Oh, Professor, by the way. Professor,
hello
hello?
there, Betty. How can I help you?
You can help me by not responding to any government emails that try to solicit you for your assistance.
Explosives expertise.
Yeah, they want to build a bomb that cracks open planets,
you
and they were trying to get you to do that.
I just received about an hour ago. It was a very intriguing opportunity. I could not pass it up.
You're gonna have to, because they're gonna make you build a bomb that splits open a planet.
Well, now that sounds fun.
A planet with living life on it.
No, the professor did not actually get that, I hope. If he did, he would not have responded to it.
Well, the professor receives lots of offers from lots of different locations for his expertise. Most of them he ignores because they're very beneath him. If one from Absalon Security to develop enhanced explosives for ship-to-ship combat interested you?
It would not have. He works on it for himself. He has no interest in creating weapons otherwise.
Which way was the communications hub? Tamimi says.
There's lots of communication stations around.
But he just points in a direction and knows that he's correct.
Tamimi starts marching again. Honestly, people. Stupid.
So, Samimi, how is this going to magically release Ku? Because I am very interested in that. Like, are you calling, like, you know, Desna herself, or what's going on?
I wouldn't need a communication station to call Desna. I just need 10 minutes in a quiet room.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, how do you think I got off so quickly after you did?
Look, we still have to hold off the destruction for 25-ish more minutes. Also, Samimi, do you want to stick close to you? Just in case they actually respond? Because I have no idea what I'm going to fucking say.
Huh? Oh,
Hey, Molly, why don't you go aboard the ship and make sure that they're not actively dismantling it as we speak?
They better fucking not dismantle it because all my shit's on there.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of part of the reason we don't want this to happen. The other part is, of course, Ku matters to us. Which I would like to think is the more pertinent reason.
Mm-hmm.
you know, we probably should have called a taxi. That would have been the easier way.
No, there's like one, like, literally a block that would just... Samimi, just... Open Skritter Maps!
I can't, my phone's busy.
Oh my god, he, like, just opens a map thing and puts it in front of Samimi, walking along beside Samimi.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are able to get to a communications hub.
Okay, now, plug my comms device into the port here.
He does so.
Molly produces a healthy amount of very questionably compatible cables from a null space chamber. It's all off-brand, like
Panasonic.
yeah, with all the frayed ends and exposed wiring near the cable end.
Is this... Hold on, I've heard about this in books. Is this a right-left audio port?
That's not the one to connect the phone, the comms device with, but yeah, that's an audio jack.
One of the cables you recognize as a protogen charger.
There's a fire wire somewhere in there.
What the heck is
I don't know.
Oh no, I'm sure. I'm sure that we would still have USB cables at this point. It's just we are at USB 3K or such.
I turn it over and it just said no, it's QSN.
USB QSN, or is it QSN USB?
No, it's QSN for sure. I think. Listen, I haven't had anything to actually connect this to. I'm just digging through all the cables. This isn't mine.
I know. Why did Ricky have it?
I don't know. He had all that old shit at his base, which I'm still kind of pissed that we blew up.
Hey,
Also, 20 minutes left.
I'm sorry, but you could technically reconstruct it, right?
There's
like you saw.
There's a lot of shit that I couldn't fit into the bag. Big consoles and stuff.
I know. I'm sorry. I really didn't want to blow it up myself. Hell, the damage was already done.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
With the personal comms device that is linked to the ship now linked to the station's communication system, can we get this rolling any faster?
Yes.
How much?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
Roll me In the tower, a d20.
Unmodified.
Yep.
Here we go. Bonk. That's how many days it takes to get a response.
You think you got about 9 minutes left until it's completed.
So we get a nice comms channel open. Praise faster than light. Praise
Molly,
it.
Actually, Molly, you came with us.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Why did you not go back to the ship?
Well, I am now. You guys needed a cable. So, that's my job done. I'm going back to the ship.
Never mind, and he just jetpacks over to the ship.
I don't have my armor on, so I don't have my jetpack. But I do have my roller skates.
Yes, you are able to. Samimi is able to complete their task before anything major happens.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, hold on. Does Samimi finish her task before an emergency meeting is called? Okay,
how do I disconnect this cable?
What?
I need
Just,
I need my comm unit back.
Just, you have to just squeeze it. There's like a button on the side, I think.
Oh, weird. How do we get the other end off of the communications station?
Yeah, just fucking yank it out. Who cares?
Okay. Here you go.
I just want to see how strong that cable is. And I'm gonna do so. I don't know. 100's really strong. That's not too bad.
That's enough that an accidental tug wouldn't break it. Hopefully.
Yeah. It'd probably bend something.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe when you just yank the cable like he asked, the part that was plugged into the communication console is still there.
Ooh.
You've just yanked the cable in half.
Here you go, Molly.
I was already gone. I was rollerblading away. Rollerblading.
Hey, Molly, how important was this cable?
It probably can't be reproduced.
Oh.
I mean, it probably can be if we just, like, blueprint it.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably make a spare if we really needed it, but I don't. What is it? Did you lose it? Did you drop it, or?
No, I'm still holding it, and
Oh,
so is the
perfect.
communication station.
It's not coming out, or
I tell you what, and she's gonna click a picture and send it.
Samimi, when pulling a wire out of a circuit, you're supposed to hold it by the base of the wire, not in the middle.
Well, hindsight's 20/20.
oh, damn.
So grab it by the base of the plug, and pull there.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're able to pull the rest of it out now.
In a straight line. Don't jam it around.
Okay. I'm on my way back. If they get uppity about the ship, patch me through.
Okay. What did you do?
I just pulled a trump card.
What kind of trump card? The best kind of trump card.
Are you in the ship?
I'm
Just about
jetpacking
to
there
get
now.
there, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Well, when you do, say hello to the Warren's newest citizen, Ku.
Oh, so Ku is registered as a citizen?
Of a packed world.
Yeah, we probably should have told you that at some point.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know. Because I would have been 100% down for that. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
let
hail
you
the
know.
admiral.
So you call the admiral, and you can visibly see he's pissed off.
Hello, Admiral. How are you doing?
I told you that Yosoki was up to something.
I mean, I guess they were. I don't know what to do about that.
There's muffled cackling over the line.
So, what's our next step from here, Admiral? Because I am curious.
He just
Jesus
disconnected the
Christ.
call, and the station lockdown is lifted.
Mimi saunters onto the bridge.
The restraining bolts that were holding the ship to the station just explode. And he doesn't even bother removing them. He just self-destructs them.
Well, I guess that somehow worked.
Hey, you don't deal. You don't mess with the red tape.
It's illegal to detain a citizen of a packed world without due cause.
Or a warrant.
Well, let's probably.
The admiral was working on the fact that Ku was treated more like a piece of equipment.
But by
now that everything is kind of fixed, and there's no need for an emergency meeting or anything, I'm going to.
Oh, I'm guessing you used Karma's influence for that?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to go
Explosions were
to
free.
the. I would like to go to the college for a tour. In my Sunday best, of course.
Which is?
Lots of spikes.
I should have
Spikes,
expected
leather,
nothing less.
a glowing. Actually, she should probably have that. A big, like a. Hold on. I actually have a picture.
You're trying to look like one of the students on campus. I got you. You're just trying to fit in.
Yeah, I'm fitting in. More importantly, she did one of her purchases at the record store. She physically could not resist. Was a leather jacket with a moving version of this stenciled on the back in like neon ink.
Okay, hold on. I do need to ask, did you roll a will save for that?
No, I do not have a modifier that would win that.
Okay, gotcha.
I've got a plus 13, a plus 17 in fort and wisdom, reflex, and my will save is a plus 6.
Okay, what would have been your DC for that? Out of curiosity?
Probably 40 or something.
Okay.
It's a really cool jacket. And yeah, just gonna go and call the professor up.
Oh, Molly,
Yeah,
are you ready for the tour?
Yeah, I figured I'd show up and at least take a look around. I've never been on a campus before. Never been a lot of places, really.
So now I have to figure out what the college campus actually is.
Really vertical and multi-leveled with a lot of hover lifts, obviously.
But there is ample, grass space, probably in between buildings. Like there's 4 buildings that all connect to a central kind of mini biodome inside of the main Absalom biodome. And that one's got all sorts of different flora from all over the galaxy maintained in there. The professor would point out various things that he finds interesting, but he does inform you of everything. He just really goes into detail on like the biology building, as well as the medical services one. There is even a college of the mystical arts that he goes through with you. The university would be absolutely beautiful, as all of them are, because, they get so much money and they got to make sure that they have some appearance of why they're using that money.
I forgot. Did the Phoenix Foundation themselves a campus on site? I don't recall if they did or not.
No, you don't have a campus on site. You have a office in the central bubble area of Absalon.
How much would it be to get a campus that is sponsored by the Phoenix Foundation?
You mean an actual building or something?
Yeah, like a building where people can learn, and it's funded by the Phoenix Foundation for like alternative learning.
Basically,
purposes.
It would be the construction of the building, or you could get a wing of a building. If you're wanting to put your name on something, because all of those buildings, it's the way every college is. It's so-and-so's, it's the so-and-so department of this, and so-and-so school of that.
I'm just trying to put the Phoenix Foundation's name, not Maya. The Phoenix Foundation.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so how much are you willing to drop?
Keep in mind
my
your
own pocket
funds
or out
are
of the
low.
Phoenix? Out of my own funds or the Phoenix Foundation funds? Also, what the fuck?
What?
I've got more money than I had a second ago. Jeffer?
I didn't do that.
I didn't do that either.
Also, your encumbrance numbers are weird.
Oh, I did that on purpose, simply because I made it so that we couldn't get encumbered.
So I would like to, or actually during the whole tour, Molly's gonna be kind of looking around, half sort of interested in what the professor's saying, but keeping a close lookout for something in particular. She's looking for a specific plaque. One that I assume would be possibly in the engineering and or computer sciences department.
Most of the
I
buildings...
believe I talked to you about Jaffer.
Yes.
Okay.
It is there.
Right.
Most of the buildings would have a wall of plaques with it.
Mr. Jaffe,
Yes.
is this coming out of my funds or is this coming out of my company's funds?
If you want the company's name on it, it would be coming out of company funds.
Okay, then I don't know what the company's funds look like currently, but I assume we could. I assume we're at a point with the company where we could comfortably throw like $1 million at it.
Give me a percentage of the company's value that you're willing to spend.
5%. Maybe.
Huge money.
Like, I assume 5% is like a lot, but I don't know. That's my problem.
Well, that's the thing is, how much of the company's value, because the percentage, like, doesn't change. 5% of the company is 5% of the company, so you'd be giving up 1/20th of your company, of its value to.
None of its value. I'd be giving up 1/20th of its current funds. I'm not like I'm not going to like saw off part of the limb of this company to promote the company. I'm just going to use some of the current funds that we have for expenditures.
And you're willing to spend 5% of your available funds.
I'll bump it up to 10 because, the physical year always brings new things with it, and that's tax deductible. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
So in the middle of one of his spiels, Molly's gonna stop, kind of looking specifically at one of the plaques on the wall about midway up. That looks very, very unremarkable, and just kind of interrupt him and say, "I think this is the prank that Ricky was talking about. You see that?" She points to one, which is a plaque of or a denoting an honorary doctorate given to a Mr. Richard Cox.
What is the significance of this?
Well, about 20 years ago, he invented a type of little device that goes in radio transmitters to increase efficiency across the board by 30%. And kept the patent open forcibly. So I guess he's a fucking doctor for sure.
Oh, this was Ricky.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm disappointed with the college in not seeing through this pen name. I mean, come on.
What's wrong with the name? Oh, it's a joke name, sir. I have a very good friend named Richard Cox.
Friend named Richard Cox. God damn it.
And that's just Benny going through telling everyone not to laugh at the fucking name.
You aren't even here on this tour, okay, Benny?
I know I'm not, but still. I'm having a laugh, don't worry.
Well, shit, that was the whole reason I was here, honestly.
Oh, so you're not interested in seeing the menagerie and the other departments?
I mean, I'll see the computer sciences department, but that's what I have interest in.
Oh, well,
Plus, I think we all get enough of your menagerie just out in the field.
Oh, well, very well. The professor is looking very visibly upset by this.
It's like the professor was taking you out on a date and you just stood him up.
I mean, that would probably be an ideal date for him.
That would be. Let me take
Molly's gonna think about it for a few seconds before just sighing and saying, "Fine. I'll see the fucking menagerie."
He will perk up at this and gladly lead you over to the menagerie, which is very well laid out. It's a a kind of a straight path all the way through. Not like a lot of these zoos out there where it's like you have to backtrack to go through a different path. It's actually just one straight line. And every enclosure is beautifully put together and does not have any of the fake stuff that most use. It's actually, you know, real stones and whatnot inside of it. With possibly thousands of different creatures from across the galaxy inside.
Kind of a lot.
Yes, I have been, doing this for quite some time, and it's, I seek to ensure the prolonged survival of each species. As each enclosure is designed to be as realistic to their natural habitat as possible, with very little actual human or otherwise intervention. Live prey
So anyways,
is grown
about
on
the
site and
Computer sciences?
yes.
Said you were gonna show me that.
That is over this way.
Okay.
And he'll show you that as well.
Are those guys on the slack line between the two trees? Is that an actual class?
No. Some of the students enjoy outdoor activities, just relaxing and such. Though it is rather humorous when they stay out too long and then the sprinklers come on and they get sprayed. Fun fact, that actually happened when I was working security. One of the students went out with a hammock, set it up between two of the trees. There wasn't really anything wrong with doing that, but I actually went up, warned him. I'm like, the sprinklers are going to turn on tonight and probably very soon. You should move. And she got all snarky with me. And I'm like, well, okay. And then about half an hour later, I go back through and see them making a very hasty retreat as the sprinklers are soaking them. And they even had their laptop, which I was sad for the laptop, but you know, they're children of rich people, so it's like their parents will just get them a new one.
Alright, can you please both roll me a perception check?
Sure thing. I do have blind sense out to 60 feet of hearing. And hyperspectral to 120. Where's my skills?
Alright, you both easily make it. There appears to be a small commotion over in the archaeology department. Or one of the buildings owned by the archaeology department.
What does it look like?
Bunch of people sort of running around. Like, it's not quite normal. Lots of people running around, a little bit of yelling, but you can't make out.
Whether or not the professor's going over there, I'm going over there. I'm curious.
Professor would be curious enough to check it out as well.
As you guys near, specifically as the professor gets near, a number of the staff will sort of run over and it's like, "Oh, great, you're here. We need your help with something."
Absolutely. What might I be of assistance with?
We've lost contact with one of the research outposts. It just connection was lost. They were giving us an update. Apparently they'd found some ruins, ancient ruins, and looking through it, and then nothing. We know you have a drift capable ship. you able to go check on them?
Absolutely. Just give me the name of the planet and its general, their prior known location. We can absolutely be on our way.
Alright, so they are able to give you the exact details.
Don't tell me it's Rim.
No, it's out. It's out on the edge of the known area, but no, it's not Rim. Just trying to find the exact wording for it. Purification. So it's traveling to the vast. Largely unexplored, vast worlds, significantly more difficult to get to than near space. So it was a research outpost out in the vast. So it's a fair way out.
All right. All right.
Well,
All right.
we'll be on our way as soon as possible.
I'll give you lots of thank yous.
Copious. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, it's like you were just talking with someone on the phone, and then you know they're out in the middle of nowhere, and then all of a sudden just click. They're not. You know, the connection dies, and you can't get a hold of them again.
Hmm. I was gonna look over at the professor. Well, shit, we got something to do then.
Absolutely.
Well, we still get prepped to go back to Rim.
Apparently, the outpost has a staff of 15.
Well, shall we be headed back to Ku now, so we can get underway?
I wouldn't mind.
By the way, Jaffer, I saw you roll those D10s. What's the status on the Phoenix Foundation? Before they leave.
No, you'll find out about that.
Okay.
It's not like hey, all of a sudden you've got it. It requires some work through first.
I know. I just don't know. I don't know how many funds I put into this, so I don't know if I'm literally just going to get a plaque on an obscure wall somewhere, or a building, or statue.
That's what the questions are about. That's what it needs to check, because you're putting in 10% of the available funds of your company, so they need to decide whether or not that's feasible and the like.
Gotcha.
So you guys get back to Ku, and Ku does appear to be released.
Yep.
This is gonna be extremely smug. As you should be.
There was a little bit of shopping I wanted to do, mainly in the way
Go
of
for it.
swapping out whatever those things are called. The things that give the personal upgrade. Since I'm not really using strength anymore, I might as well switch that over to Dex.
If you're just changing it over, you can just go ahead and make that change. Same cost for strength or dex, so.
Okay. Also, is the personal upgrade Mark III available now?
Nope.
Oh, 2 more levels.
That's like level, yeah.
Alright, so you guys get back to the ship, and you guys prepare to head off for the Vast.
I'd like to probably tell everyone about the whole issue first. As we get back, I'll just kind of say to Benny as we stroll onto the bridge.
Wait,
Well,
what?
I think we might have a lead on something else to help out with, to try to give back to the community, since we're fucking vilified and all.
We're not vilified. We were found innocent, and my company is still probably making money.
Well, I figure, along with probably helping the college out would be good in general. It's probably good to strengthen our image of goodliness, you know?
Oh, don't worry. I'm sending them a nice donation.
No, I mean, we're going... Okay, we're not going right away, but here's the proposal. Research outpost, way the fuck out there, just went dark. Why not go try to rescue some folks?
Oh. Okay, people actively in danger.
Yeah.
Then why aren't we going right away?
Oh, we
Because
need to
most of the
gather.
crew are out partying right now, I'd assume. Since they just got off of, avoiding a very long sentence.
Oh, okay, so that's a good enough reason that we just kind of ignore this whole thing that's going on where people's lives are at stake. Yeah, okay.
Listen, I didn't make them go out. They just kind of went out. I might have encouraged some of it, but either way.
Well, now let's call them back. The more people we bring back, the more people we bring back alive, the better.
Mm-hmm. You never gave me access to the crew hailing channel. At least not the one for like emergencies and bringing him back. I don't have access to that one.
Oh yeah, shit. Let me add you to. I'm sorry. I thought you had Ricky's access for some reason. I'm sorry.
I got some of it. Some of it he didn't save the passwords for. Apparently he just didn't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah, here. Let me.
Okay.
There you go. He just PMs it to you.
I'm gonna put an emergency bulletin out to the crew. Return to ship. Mission to save lives. Party continues on ship during drift. Send. Okay. Did we manage to fuel up, or...
What fuel?
God damn.
Yeah, you got to remember we have a little thing in the ship that makes any liquid we want. But
Well,
also
let's get some solid food then.
That being said, I'm pretty sure this isn't even a liquid-consuming ship.
It's true. What does a water elemental live off of? Magic?
Duh, it's in the name. Gosh.
Well, then we gotta have water to feed it.
See, the ship itself is sort of multiple parts at this point. There's the water elemental that lives inside the crystal that feeds off magic. Then there's Ku that provides a self-sustaining power supply.
Go on.
I'm just gonna go back to the hangar now that... Actually, I'm gonna stick on the bridge for a bit and see if we can't get a route plotted.
All right.
This is a long ways away, yeah?
It'll take about a month in the drift.
That's a while.
Well, further, real quick before I forget, the professor will be working on figuring out the cube that he was given during that time.
His companion cube.
No, the thing that's supposed to, once I figure it out, it's going to give me 2 of them at a time.
Yep. Give me a engineering check.
Just one?
1 engineering check, and then I've got something to do on my end.
Ah. Boop. Wait.
Additional 49.
Add 2 more to that. I forgot when putting out my ranks that... Because engineering would have been one of the ones that I would have bumped up all the way.
Yep, that's fine. Alright, can someone roll me a percentile die on the tower?
Absolutely.
Oh no,
I'm good at these.
I don't think so. Oh, 2 people have rolled.
So, Zim, I just need to share this just because of the roll itself.
69. Damn.
Oh. Is that good or bad?
That's a 1/100th of a chance.
So, Zim, could you please roll me 2 more D100s in the tower?
Oh no.
Fucking go!
And we haven't even left.
No, this is when you're in the drift.
Okay. We're having...
We're either making great time or the worst time you've ever seen.
Just we're all just getting ready to go, and we can't shake off this feeling of dread.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've got my telenovas.
Hey, do you have that cord? I actually kind of need it. This record player needs that exact plug.
Oh, here's part of it, and here's the rest of it.
Hey Molly, can I ask you a personal question in private?
A personal, yeah, sure. So maybe come back in 10 minutes. I'm gonna teach you how to splice this shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If you were doing something, you can continue.
No. I'll figure that out later. What's the personal question?
Okay. He turns off the TechNet. Okay, no one's listening, right?
There's probably kobolds in the vents. Do you know any languages that they don't know?
Maybe, but it's not that important. I'll
Okay.
get some kobolds here.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Throw a bolt
Okay.
near the nearest vent. See if anything skitters away.
Oh, something skitters away.
Okay, well, that clears him off for a sec. What's up?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this a good bit, and I know everyone else is going to just try to shoot me down. Do you think I should get back into racing?
Sure. Sounds like a pretty solid idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't race with my ship, that's fine.
Oh
I
no,
might- well,
wouldn't
technically-
dream of it. I'm using the.
Yeah, no, you're.
It's
go
built for
ahead.
that. It was built for that,
Mhm.
and then we kind of just put nukes on it. Anyways, that was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Really,
kinda-
I just didn't want anyone else to hear that because they would all have just shot me down.
They would have just said no.
Because no one here is supportive at all. Anyways, thank you. I
Do you
appreciate it.
really believe that?
Benny
Because the
does.
professor would have been okay with it.
See, every time Benny has done something where he's like, "Hey guys, I can actually do this really well,"
No one believes him.
That's because he spent the first half of the campaign drunk.
The first, maybe 10th.
I'm going to actually, I'm going to say, I mean, I don't know how much Ricky would have approved of this, but...
Is he still talking? Sorry, is Molly still talking to Benny?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when/if I actually start racing the Moxie, think he actually wanted to have you as a co-driver.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, absolutely. Fuck,
Okay.
that sounds amazing.
As long as you're okay with being on like a 72-hour straight rally.
No, I've done this before.
Okay. Like no stopping, no breaks.
They really suck, but they tend to pay pretty good.
I mean, that's not the goal. The goal is to finish. I've got
Santa's
yeah. List right here.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the races for the races itself, but the money is nice.
Right.
Like it feels like it's cheap. Back in the day I didn't need the money, but I liked having it. I don't know. It was different. Okay, I haven't raced since I've been to therapy and since all this universe-ending crap. You know, my perception has changed.
Oh, also, I have a reminder in my schedule that says I need to check on your leg.
As you guys are moving through the drift, the ship shudders briefly.
Maybe later.
Okay, yeah. Also, it's fine. It's fine.
Probably.
As the ship seems to enter a planar bubble within the drift.
The fuck?
In fact,
Ooh.
it's very strange. This one appears to be two planar bubbles that appear to have collided.
So it's like a little bubble of reality.
Sort of. This one's sort of like two bubbles of different realities that have collided with each other.
Well, gee howdy, Mr. GM. Which realities and what sort of circus are we about to clown ourselves into?
Well, the system's tracking that the bubble is slowly shrinking. You've probably got a couple of hours before the bubble collapses entirely, but you are able to move on through it. Scanners show there appears to be 3 destroyed ships. 2 of them look similar and 1 looks completely separate from the others, as well as a large number of floating bodies in space.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great.
On initial observation, can we tell what caused the ships to be destroyed? Maybe they ran into each other?
It appears that the gravitational pull from this little pocket of reality or planar bubble appeared to rip the ships apart.
Oh, we don't want to go into those then.
Yeah,
Oh, you're in the planar bubble.
Let us leave.
How many atmospheres can this spaceship withstand? Well, it's a spaceship, so I'd say anywhere between 0 and 1.
Well, okay. The Retrograde is significantly larger, tougher, and better built than all the other wrecks here. These ships look like they would be closer to the strength of the Moxie. Or the Xenoseeker.
Gotcha.
Are there any survivors at all?
Wait, hold on. Those ships are that tiny?
No, strength of those ships.
Okay.
Larger ships, but it's like saying a commercial airliner is like, yeah, it's bigger than a bomber, but is it going to be as well armored as a bomber?
Gotcha. Okay. I'm assuming there's no life signs, but I'm scanning anyways.
several of the bodies in space are moving.
Oh shit!
Are they alive?
They're alive!
Fortunately, my ears no longer are.
Sorry. I was like actually legitimately surprised at that.
Do we have time to mount a rescue operation?
If you want to.
Shit,
Yeah.
I think we are morally obligated to.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Send out everything, the Xenoseeker, whatever, like, I don't know what would be, I assume the Xenoseeker would probably be the best, because we could just open the bay door, slap them in, and...
Someone give me, everyone give me a perception roll.
Yes. Oh dear, what are we percepting? Ricky, that's some good percepting you did there. Samimi, you almost had a great perception.
I got magical eyes. I can see through the ship as though the sensors are my own eyes.
Alright, Professor, you are able to make out some details of these floating bodies that are moving that the others can't. So, how do I share this with a specific person? Nope, I'll just share it with everyone.
Oh no!
Are we in the Sea of the Damned?
Is the professor going to share this image?
Sure. He will point those out. Everyone, I believe that these may not be exactly alive so much as they were not alive and now they are.
Wait, hold on. Didn't the sensors pick up life signs?
Picked up movement.
Picked up movement, no life signs. Specifically, no life signs.
So,
Yes, correct, Mr. DM. Hold on, I just want to verify this. There are specifically 0 life signs that come back. Just movement, 0 life signs.
0 life signs.
Okay, yeah, fuck that.
Mr. DM.
And here you guys were about to open up the cargo bay and let them all in.
Yeah, no, pull back.
I would like to search all the various moving creatures. I want to search, is there one that is a Shirin?
There are Shirins there are humans there are Yosoki there. There are several hundred floating around here.
I move stridently over to the weapons control, and I prime the point defense to fire at all of the Shirins first.
No one's going to complain about using laser Gatling cannons to...
Sure hope not.
Just for
Urge the
security
undead?
purposes-
No.
Just for security purposes, is anyone recording? No? Good.
These are undead. Like, this
I
is
don't
actually
think-
considered a good act.
But
Yeah, if it's been...
depends on what is recorded. You know, if all that is recorded and shared is just our guns opening up on a bunch of moving bodies out in space, that's going to look very bad.
That's a bad look, because we're just instantly vaporizing those bodies with, like, you know, capital class weapons.
Yeah.
And I would like
But
to
if we
spend
but
at
if we
least
have recording
resolve
that they're
points to
undead.
do broadsides.
Yeah.
Or the point defenses are on turrets, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're like
well, I
still
mean,
like they're capital class turrets, I assume.
Also, the plasma guns are also on the side, which I would like to broadside with.
all right.
I'm
Yeah.
under the full assumption that these turrets fire shells as big as that guy's body.
Oh, laser blasts as big as that guy's body. The point defenses are designed to shoot down incoming missiles.
Right.
It's basically a laser shotgun Gatling gun. Because it basically shoots what looks like a web of lasers when you pull the trigger.
And I assume the ships are too destroyed to do a salvage mission.
The ships appear to have been cracked open like an egg being stepped on.
Oh, so there could still be salvage potentially if these. Well, I mean, these only look like civilian grade transports, don't they?
Yes.
Okay, then they're really not going to have a lot or anything important.
Look, the biggest thing was the professor made the DC 40 perception check. Otherwise, you wouldn't have realized they were undead until they started trying to hurt you guys when you let them in.
Which probably wouldn't have been a problem for us, just like one sniper round, one grenade from the professor, or one giant radiation beam from Samimi later, and he'd probably be dead.
One target would have been dead, yes. As I said, there are several hundred out there.
Right, but like I assume we'd try to pull them in one and not just scoop up 100 at a time.
Well, you did say open up the cargo bays and just scoop them in.
I did say that.
But you guys did stop yourselves in time, so you avoided the floating undead marooned ones.
Why are they undead though? That's the big question here.
Space magic.
Well, actually, specifically, like if you look at the marooned ones I linked in the chat, there's a special psychological pain in watching your last chance of survival slip out of sight. Those who are left behind to die in the cold of space, wither on a deserted asteroid or a derelict ship, sometimes arises a special type of undead called a marooned one. Where they died of asphyxiation, dehydration, starvation, or other circumstances, these unfortunate souls that arise, marooned ones, have a desiccated look with torn skin stretched across their bones.
Alright.
Depending on how long it took them to die, they may have patched environment suits or other signs of an attempt to prolong their isolated lives as long as possible. Many show evidence of madness, both of the psychological pain and of their abandonment, and from the supernatural dread of the horrific transformation that awaits them just on the other side of death.
Radical.
Alright.
But basically, this is the what happens when someone just gets abandoned in space. There's a chance that they turn into a undead marooned one.
I'm surprised this happened to hundreds of them at once then. Like you'd assume
Marooned ones don't try and kill. They try and drag victims out into space with them and then basically let them become marooned with them.
misery enjoys company, gotcha.
And so Zim's upset about all the nastiness and is showing baby Martins to cheer the stream up.
No.
I'm not upset. I just came across this and decided to share it. They are super adorable baby Martins. Like super baby ones.
They are super adorable.
Boss has got a point. They're so adorable.
These are beach Martins, for the record.
Beach Martins. I didn't know Martins went to the beach.
Oh yeah.
So, hold on. Is that just one of these two orb things? Are these things making the orb things? Like, what's going on with that?
Oh, the pocket of reality.
Yeah.
No, that happens all the time in the drift.
Okay.
Some are permanent, some are not permanent. So because the professor rolled a perfect 100, it was actually rolled twice again on the chart. One of them was you enter a shrinking planar bubble inhabited by marooned ones, and the other one is you encounter 2 planar bubbles that collided in the recent past, and the resulting mass and disparate gravitational, spatial, or conceptual realities converging on each other.
Radical.
Ah.
Let's get out of here.
So does that mean we see 3 of these things at once then?
No, so you see 2 bubbles that have collided, and they're shrinking. Basically, they're slowly destroying each other.
Okay, interesting. Man, sucks to be those realities.
Some of the realities are cute, like one of them is you find a reality of the abyssal plane, a pocket of the abyssal plane that a bunch of demons or lesser demons have claimed. This is now our own ring of hell. Go away.
Cute.
And depending on what you choose to do.
And I'm sure some of them are fucking terrifying. Like, there's probably one that's just inhabited by a dragon.
You were very close to getting through. The PCs passed through a stable bubble from the material plane, finding it to be the lair of a void dragon.
Yeah!
Inside, dragon keeps a horde of ships.
Hey! I was almost right!
The next one below that is a time dragon travels the drift.
Oh, hey. Time dragon. Wow. Wow.
You're also
Yeah.
very close to one the professor would have liked. A mundane planar bubble
Вот так
containing
она
a chunk of,
особо
of a
отжимает
terrestrial
меня
world
можно.
of the material plane, inhabited by
Раньше
peaceful
он его не
grazing
любил.
animals.
Но сейчас у нас жарко в Питере.
Well, yes, he would have loved
34,
that.
35. Вот что он творит.
Now
Рюлька.
that
Много нельзя.
the entire field of lost ones has been reduced to a field of expanding gases, I would very much like to leave.
Re-enable the drift engines and get the hell out of here?
Yep.
Keep an eye out
Alright.
for stragglers who are trying to get on the ship.
I think the way it works is that the drift is an alternate plane of reality. The drift engines pull you into the drift and push you out of the drift, but use your impulse engines or your skip engines while in the drift.
Yes.
Also, there's not going to be any stragglers. We're going to destroy each and every one of them because we're doing those poor souls a favor.
Well, I mean, just in case we miss them, you gotta check to make sure you don't miss them, so you get them all. That's the plan, is to get them all.
Yeah.
Definitely need to get them all.
Gotta catch them all. Like how, so Mimi, I'm pretty sure you're like religiously obligated to make sure they all die.
I ain't Rasman.
Yeah, but doesn't Desna do the thing with the souls and with them being Nandetta
That's
here?
Pharasma.
Oh. Why did I think Desna was the one that did stuff with souls?
As I've had to tell a whole lot of Pharasmans how to do their job.
Right.
Trust me, I am not happy about that. But I choose life.
I mean, yeah, we all do.
So full speed ahead.
Alright. In that case, Mimi, can you give me a percentile die?
God.
Drift's been a little more wacky than usual lately.
Well, you guys are going out a fair way. Like, you're heading out to the vast, where things happen.
In before we roll for the dragon.
Oh,
I
no, that one's fine.
I low key want to get one of the dragons now, just to experience this shit.
So, you guys do manage to navigate the rest of the way without any problems. And as you exit the drift, your senses light up that your ship is surrounded by something.
What could be possibly out here?
It appears you've dragged something out of the drift with you.
Oh, great. I've heard about this theory.
Is there anything at the viewports?
Yep.
What plane did we drag with us?
It seems you dragged creatures with you.
Oh dear.
Great.
What kind of creatures?
Power up
The
the
ship-
point defense.
Ship is surrounded
Oh.
by several dozen of these.
Oh, those look cute. I'm scared.
These look very harmless.
They look harmless. That's the scary part.
Professor, do you want to make a life science as well?
I
Make
have
it
no
live.
idea what this is.
Sharing.
This is space creature shit.
I'm surprised Benny knows more.
Well, you actually all made the DC, which was only 32.
Okay, awesome.
These are paraphorans. They actually feed off the energy given off by your drift engine.
Oh. So once we power down the drift engine, they'll just kind of shut her off?
They feed by consuming the energy given off in the wake of starships and creatures jumping between drift and the material plane. They simply sort of just coalesce out of energy, so very little is known about them. They start off as smaller crystals, so you see they're the sort of the crystals around it. They start off as one of those single crystals and then grow into this larger butterfly-like creature. And they don't know how they reproduce. Some suspect that they just appear. Some suspect that the crystals just sometimes break off and become a new creature.
So Mimi, it's those things you keep making. And Professor, things you can study.
Are
My
they
hand is
actual
hovering over the
animals?
fire button.
I don't create those.
Are they
Do I
con-
shoot?
Go ahead, Professor.
Should I shoot?
I was asking if
Nick?
they're actual
No?
animals.
Okay.
They're outsiders. So they're extraplanar outsiders, technically.
And the professor is slightly interested, but not super interested.
But as far as you're aware, they're harmless. Or mostly harmless. If one feels threatened, they can fight back.
Yeah, Rick, you don't shoot those. I mean, Molly. Why do I keep doing that?
Shoot him?
No, do
No.
not.
Okay.
They can actually fight if they're suddenly threatened, and if they start, like, suddenly exploding, that might actually threaten them.
Gotcha. Don't shoot.
Yes.
Understood.
I mean, correct.
Shoot?
No! Negative!
No,
I'm fucking-
just move away from the weapons panel, if you would.
I'm messing around. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I move away.
They hang around the engines, specifically of the ship, sort of just feeding off residual energy. Yes, they seem completely harmless and a bit of an anomaly. They're rarely seen.
All right. So now that we're here and kind of moving away, they'll eventually just kind of leave, right? Is that
Actually,
how
no, they
these
seem.
things work?
The ones that you did pull into the material plane with you seem to hang really close to the ship.
This is not going to be annoying at all. Well, I guess we'll keep moving towards the right planet. Which planet was it on again?
I didn't give you guys a name.
The professor will relay it.
It seems like it's a mostly desert planet. Pretty inactive, but you can see even from this range you've got readings on the base, the research outpost.
And basically nothing else in the system.
Not that you can see.
All right.
So did the
It
professor
took a long time to get here.
Did the professor figure that thing out while he was, you know?
Oh yeah, give me another roll on that.
Because, you know, a month is a long time to work on that.
Yep.
Yep, as in...
Alright, you've made past the halfway mark.
Ah. Okay.
So at this point, you need to make a decision because you feel like this, whatever it is, has a sentience to it. It almost seems hungry.
So, what decisions do I need to make? What are my options?
Do you decide to feed it a portion of your soul?
So that's what the professor thinks is the decision?
Yeah, it's very much this thing. You can't communicate with it, but it certainly has this level of sentience, and it's hungry for a soul. Or at least part of one.
He's curious enough. He would do part of his soul.
Alright, you take 2 damage to each stat.
Permanent or?
No, not drain, so it's just damage. So it'll take you 6 days to heal it all back up.
Is this within 6 days of us arriving, or?
No, this is done before you arrive, so he is fully healed by the time the party arrives at the location.
You could have told me
Good
that
thing,
before I typed in all of that.
This is why I asked for you.
Like, yeah. Undo all that.
I also believe Samimi has access to restoration magic as well, so... But yes, so you've fed it some of your soul. It seems satisfied for now.
Well, we are at our ending time.
Yep. And that would have been the month of work on it. I'm just uploading the maps for the next section to the server now.
Hell yeah.
And once it's all up, I'll share the research outpost map with you, at least what I can.
It's a teased.
You know what would be great?
What?
If we just get there and we find that like the current survivor is like outside the ruins and he's just the stoner kid with this really wacky dog.
Wait, I gotta go save his friends.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened. I only used 2% of my power.
Yeah, I decided for that one to use the drift encounters table. Yeah, the parafans are gonna be so the para forearms are going to actually have more story because it states here what they actually why they're still with the ship.
Hmm. Nervous.
Yeah, you don't need to be nervous over them. Assuming no one attacks them, they have no reason
Nervousness
to be aggressive back.
increases.
Listen, I got told not to shoot him. I might shoot him anyways. Who knows? It'll depend on how I'm feeling.
Just putting the mask on now. Because I don't want you guys seeing everything.
Dun, 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 dun. So this is a desert planet way out in the wherever, right?
Yeah, in the beyond.
So this planet doesn't happen to be slightly red with 4 large statues and a large courtyard that then leads up to a singular building, right?
I'm not getting the reference.
Okay. I didn't think many people would, but that's basically Korriban from Star Wars KOTOR.
Ah, I know it's. You're not on anything like that.
Okay.
Oh, we're on Tatooine.
See, yeah, that's where I
Shit.
was aiming.
I could 100% see there being like a map for basically all of the KOTOR places because, funnily enough, KOTOR is so D&D based. I didn't realize until I played it for the second time. Because you have like the strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma stats, and then you've got skills. I was like, oh my god. I never noticed this as a kid, but I've been playing D&D since longer than I've been playing D&D. Just Star Wars D&D.
It's more D20 modern than D&D based, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're probably correct.
I would love to do a Star Wars tabletop.
Me too!
I would not mind a Star Wars tabletop as long as it's not one of the ones that's already been published, because most of them aren't great.
There's one that took D&D 5e and completely built a Star Wars tabletop on D&D 5e.
I know there's also Star Wars Saga, which I'm kind of a fan of. I don't know if you played it or not. I assume you have if you're saying that it's not great. Or are you just saying it's not great because of reviews?
Mostly reviews and, like, not me, but other players at some of my physical tables who had played it.
For me,
What were the-
I've heard about this Star Wars one. I talked with Jaffer about it.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Look at that.
It's still loading for me.
It's a circular little station.
There it goes. I saw that ship, and the first thing that came to my mind was RimWorld. In fact, except for the fact that it is circular, I'd say this was made in RimWorld. But alright, cool. I am intrigued.
Indeed.
Maybe the professor can find a new pet. It's been a while.
You just find that little blob of tentacles. You know
Oh no,
the
he
one.
already has that.
He has that?
There you go. That's how much of the map I'm willing to show you guys right now.
The Glor Blaxian.
But yeah,
That's
he
his
has
canonical
it on the,
name, by the way.
He has it on the retrograde right now.
Oh god. Where did it go?
Oh, it's somewhere in the vents.
Blaxian.
I've decided to name it Cotton Eye Joe because there's two things I want to know about it. Where did it come from and where did it go?
Oh, yeah, got Nigel. I've been saying it a long time ago. Come from where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Got Nigel.
Alright, well, with that in mind, thank you all so much for joining us for Retrograde Renegades Starfinder. Unless you had more you wanted to do, Jaffer?
Nope. I'm about done.
Alright.
This was the sneak peek of the research outpost.
Well, thank you all so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Please do consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best places to support the channel, and you can also do so by grabbing some merch. You can subscribe to the channel. You can share it with your friends. All sorts of different ways to help out and help the channel grow more and keep on coming. But thank you all so much for joining. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. I will be back tomorrow with more streaming. But for now, I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Very well.
Thank you for running.
Bye-bye!
Oh, yeah.
He did it.
I think I killed Dova.
Yep.
Murdered.
Oh,
I said
in cold
goodbye.
blood.